degenerates, really.
Internetizens, I suppose. Yeah, I can just throw that open, it's fine.
Not for children. Children go away.
Children, go away and don't come back another day. It's not a good show for you.
Oh, before we go back on what we were talking about, I showed Dr. W. One about YouTube the other day. Right?
Yeah.
And he was on, YouTube's quite good for the kids, and I was bursting laughing. And there's little porn on this YouTube. No, there isn't, so I just typed it in. Like that Japanese massage list we found.
Yeah.
I showed him that, and he goes, fuck off, that can't be. And, yep, YouTube, there it is. And you're not signed in, so therefore you shouldn't get access to 18-year-old content. Then I put Dick or Dildo up.
Yeah. It's quite, like, I don't know if it still is, but that was at one point available on YouTube Kids, but that was just disgraceful.
Well, you can still access it without
that for a while.
You can still access it without going into YouTube account. So still
it's not age restricted, but I believe it was finally taken down off of YouTube Kids recently. I think it was like November, August kind of time. Like someone at YouTube noticed and went, "Oh shit, we should fix that." Like that's an oopsie poopsie.
I suppose no one said it was a transgenderism to get rid of it. Transphobia or homophobia.
I think it was like I think it was genuinely like it slipped through the cracks because it happens every couple of years. Something that does not belong on YouTube Kids will slip through the cracks and make it on there.
And their whole channel slipped through the crack.
I think we all remember Elsa Gate, so
I think the entire channel slipped through the crack. A large crack. Literally. Anyway, hello people. Welcome to the D&D. Yeah. The Devil's Issue Gaming Day.
That's because we were talking about D&D like 5 minutes ago. That's where you fucked that up there. That was.
It was, yes. Yes, D&D will return next month.
Yes,
we're back on Fortnite, so I've got nothing better to do.
That's well, I've still not bought PS Plus, so.
Oh, speaking of PS Plus, the extra. Guess what just came on there today?
I don't know.
Tiny Tina's Assault.
Nice. I found out I did see because it's the definitive edition as well.
Yep, as well. The full package is there.
Here's the thing though: the standard edition was on normal PS Plus last year, so like I'm happy.
No, the one you're about, the one on PS Plus, is a standalone one from the DLC.
Yeah.
This one isn't a standalone DLC one.
Right, hang on 2 seconds. I'm being like attempted to be spoken to, and I can't find my mute button. Hang on.
You burned up for spaghetti. You dare call yourself a Sicilian? You'll be shot on the streets of Venice. Venice, is it? No, yeah. You'll be hung from the Eiffel Tower.
Like, fuck, you fucker, that's a bit of carrot. Who the fuck? Echo! Don't leave fucking carrot in the middle of the floor, you fucking reprobate. Apologies, people at home. My dog's a wanker who likes carrots.
My dog's begging to go outside. Right? I've opened the door. I've opened the door several times. You won't go out because it's raining and windy out there.
Yeah, because I can hear you. Hold on.
Nah, off. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away, you bastard. No, come here. Go that way. Go away.
Here, what's this? Oh, what have I got? Oh, what have I got? Oh.
It's a butt plug.
What have I got? What have I got? I've got fucko! Wanker! Anyway.
I've got vision of dogs biting your hand next time you do that.
One of these days. Right, you need out for a pee, dog. Just while I'm stood up. No. Good. Right, sorry. Alright, Tiny Tina's Assault, yeah.
Yeah, it's the standalone game they built afterwards. Not the DLC version.
Yeah, I know. Still though. Like I've already got the base bit. And I've still not played the base bit. I really don't give a shit about the DLCs yet, so it's fine.
No, the base bit you're on about is the DLC itself from Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
This one, the Tiny Tina's Assault, the one that just did now.
I know. I guess.
Wonderland.
I guess like the actual standalone game. I've not finished the original
Tiny
one yet.
You know what's upsetting about Tiny Tina's Assault though?
I'll give a shit.
What made me upset about that game? When I was playing on standalone.
It was expensive.
Not just expensive. Is I miss all my guns from Borderlands 2 that I could take into that game.
I don't.
I do.
But then I literally only ever played the original Borderlands 2 for that DLC. So, you know.
Ooh, here's a moral question for you.
Oh, go on then.
Right? The Marvel Universe, right, is not a hero-villain society.
Just to double check, we're on the same page. Marvel Universe.
Marvel,
Not
yes.
Marvel, Marvel. Right, okay.
Marvel.
I want to make sure I heard you correctly. That's
Yes,
fine.
Marvel.
Universe, yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed you'd said Marvel, but I thought it might have been Marlboro because I'm slightly tired.
Unlike
I might have
DC,
misheard you.
unlike DC's, where DC is specifically a hero-villain universe base, Marvel isn't.
Nah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, Chief.
Nope, I've got 2 bits of support evidence for this.
Okay. I have
Right.
3, just off the top of my head, to support against you. So, like, you're not off to a strong start, but continue your point.
These are two basic ones. One, Magneto from the X-Men. Right? Although his actions were rash, he was not wrong in what he was doing.
Right, hear me out here. Hear me out here. All I'm saying, you can make the exact same argument about Hitler.
No, Hitler was completely wrong in his views.
See, this, like, you can kinda understand where man was coming from, though.
Right?
He's like, trying to make this country better, was abused by a Jewish family, got kicked out of art school despite being really good at art. You can kinda see why he went fucking bananas.
He was not abused by a Jewish family.
It's fucking his uncle was Jewish. It's well documented. The uncle.
No, his mother was Jewish.
As was the uncle that abused the shit out of him. But
No, the reason why I'm saying Magneto Hitler is Magneto tried 3 times to create a mutant-only, like, town and city. Where the mutants go, not bother the other humans, just live in peace.
yeah,
Right? Every time he did that, the Americans in particular nuked him.
yes.
Right?
In
And then-
fairness, though, can you blame them? Like all I'm saying, if the fucking X-Men were real, in the real world, right? And, like, all of a sudden, like, fucking 50 of them went and lived together in the middle of the desert. I think everyone would quite rightly be a little bit concerned about what the fuck they were up to.
Yes, but that does not make what they were doing evil. That makes humans evil for the way they're acting.
No, it makes us very suspicious. Which, again, when you're dealing with people who are superpowered and half immortal, fucking understandable.
No, not really.
I'm not saying they were in the right, what I'm saying is understandable.
Yes, but also it's not why Magneto then went apeshit
Yeah.
on them.
Could you not fucking kick and bite me, please?
Which I'm
You've
saying
been out
as,
of your cage 5 minutes.
which I'm saying, as a moral point of view, there's no right or wrong on either side of that one.
I mean, there very much is still. Like when it comes to... Excuse me a second. When it comes to the X-Men and fucking Magneto, there still very much is. Magneto is still very much the villain. He's just a justifiable villain.
Not really.
I mean, he still murders a lot of innocent people.
And so the humans.
Again, you can make the argument it's way more justifiable with the humans, though.
Not really.
Very much, again, like...
No,
If fucking Wolverine was in the real world, we wouldn't put up with his bullshit, we'd shoot him immediately all the time.
Yeah, but that's right. The humans only care about mutants which are useful, which they can exploit.
Yeah.
Remember the child who could raise their powers. Right? Although they said we could create a cure to help those with really bad mutations, like rogues, for one thing.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They've immediately turned it into a weapon to eradicate the mutants with. which went against what they agreed to. He's gone somewhere.
Sorry. I was putting my dog in his cage and my fucking headset unplugged. It unplugged right after the word rogue.
Right. They basically use the power. They help people like Rogue to try and calm the power down so don't hurt anyone.
Yes.
Right? Which all they agreed to do, which signed the accord with the Mutant League and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
They want to get the power, they're free to do that as free citizens.
Yes.
But the humans then immediately, in secret, turn it into a weapon.
Yes.
And then start using that weapon without discretion.
Yes.
I would have flattened the city, on principle.
Again, though, it was somewhat understandable.
So was Japanese
I'm not
going
saying
power.
it was a correct act. What I'm saying is that, like, you can very much see where they were coming from. Again,
Yes.
if the mutants were like in the real world, we would do that shit immediately. Because fuck that. Fuck risking getting slaughtered in your sleep by Wolverine because he's had a bit of a pissy day. Like, you wouldn't risk it.
Yes, but there's you have to give compared to the kill count mutant had, even at the worst mutant wars, right? Humans still racked up a far worse kill count.
All I'm saying, Wolverine alone had a higher kill count than pretty much every human being on planet Earth due to his time in World War II. And that's just one of the wars that asshole served in.
Technically, Captain America has the biggest kill count.
Yeah, okay, technically, I'll get you that, actually. Yeah, okay, fair. I was gonna say no, but like, no, actually, yeah, okay, technically. In fairness, though, he didn't know he was helping to build Nagasaki. Like, he didn't know he was helping with the nuclear project.
Right, another one I'm going to a lot of people have a very weird opinions on is Thanos.
Uh-huh.
Right? His statement correct that the universe itself only has a finite number of resources.
Right.
Right? On Earth now, we're experiencing resource shortages because of our population. I admit that his plan for it was extreme. Right? But also you call it an act of deaf man who no one listened to.
Okay, here's how I explain like both of these like arguments, and why you're simultaneously like correct and incorrect at the same time. So I said with both examples, like with like Magneto, like in X-Men, and Thanos, like in mainline Marvel, right? Both are still very much villains. They're just justifiable villains.
The only villains from our perspective.
But hear me out on why, right? You can apply the exact same, like, logical argument to both of those characters, and their justifications and their actions and everything, as you can with, like, say, Al-Qaeda. Their actions, bad. Don't do that, that's bad. The reasons for why they're doing bad shit, you can separate yourself from what's going on and go, they've got a good point.
Not
I can
really.
see where they're coming from, but they're
Not
being
really.
assholes about it.
Not really.
Yeah.
No, the main problem with Al-Qaeda and the groups like that was their philosophy for what they did was entirely based on a spaghetti monster in the sky scripture, and a belief that scripture was more superior than no scripture.
Even still, it's like you strip it down to this bare elements of we want to do our thing and live our life our way, and outside forces are saying no, fuck you. So they started doing evil shit to get their way.
No, the difference is
that applies to Al-Qaeda, it applies to Thanos.
No, without Al-Qaeda, right? Their main belief is that either you believe what we believe, or you must die. That's written in their scripture. Right? Yes. With Thanos, right? He wasn't saying believe what I believe or die. He was trying to create balance in the universe so that not everybody died. He was actually trying to save as many lives as possible in a bad way.
I mean,
But given what happened...
I would agree with you on that point with Thanos, but like the man literally committed a holocaust on an entire planet where one person survived. And then he kidnapped that person and made them his daughter, so like, no, he was a bullshitter.
I don't say. The problem with Thanos, I think, the root of his, is a lot of people miss out the key point of his backstory. Thanos. Right? Is that his original planet, where he's from, experienced a population boom.
Yes.
He was a scientist back then, and he saw the fact of the resources running out.
Right.
And the resources in the local system running out. Right? He brought this information to said council of his homeworld, and they ignored him. Now, because of the long lives of his race, they kept knowing it. I think it was like 1,000 years passed, and yes, they ran out of resources. During the subsequent collapse of the government then pinned the blame on him for not fixing it, even though he told him about it, and killed his daughter.
Right.
Because they basically turned the people against him, even though he brought a solution to them 1,000 years beforehand.
Yes, but that solution was kill half the people.
No, actually, that solution he had back then was cut down reproduction because they were breeding faster than they died. One thing, and two was expand beyond their solar system much further, which they refused to do because they believed their whole solar system was the center of the universe.
To be fair, though, that's not really presenting a solution. That's presenting a possibility of a solution. Like that's presenting the end goal with no real blueprint on how to get to it.
Well, no, because they already had intergalactic spaceships, so they didn't choose to use it.
Even like it's like with the cut down on like the populating. Okay, how are we gonna fucking do that? Like, how are we gonna stop people from fucking? What's your plan there, Thanos, buddy?
Well, the basic rule of thumb that has worked in recent history, right, is the one child policy in China.
It doesn't stop people from fucking, though.
No.
It just makes them more likely to kill extra offspring to make room.
Well, they used to, but now they've changed how they use it now. Basically, you get taxed. Instead of getting tax benefits for the government for having children, you get taxed for having children. So you can have one child tax-free, right? But when you have a second child, you then have to pay extra tax because that child now puts burden on resources.
That's not like either way, they're still the fucking bad guys, dude.
I think that was a good solution, to be honest.
Like,
I never said it was a good solution here.
Like, no, this is the thing. I'm still arguing towards your the original point you made to start this conversation of, oh, they're not villains. Yes, the fuck they are. They're still killing people, dickhead.
No, I didn't say they weren't villains. I said Marvel
That
Universe...
was literally how we started this conversation.
No,
you know what? Marvel doesn't have a hero versus villain dichotomy. Yes, the fuck it does.
Not in
Even with these two examples, yes, it fucking does. They're bad guys.
Not in the same sense as DC has it. Where DC, the villains are very cut and dry compared to the heroes.
Harvey now.
Yes, they are. Very easy.
Batman.
Batman's a hero, not a villain.
All I'm saying, he's in America, he's mentally ill, he dresses up as a bat, and he beats people up in alleyways and leaves them crippled. In a country where healthcare is enough to make you homeless. For a nosebleed.
Actually, no, Gotham City has free healthcare.
And we're going to argue that he's not a bad guy.
No, Gotham City has free healthcare.
Okay, even if we go with that assumption that Gotham City has got free healthcare. The way Batman beats up a lot of those fucking guys, and we're talking just normal-ass street goons who have probably been drug dealing for 2 hours straight, he's definitely leaving a lot of them paraplegic. Permanently.
Yes. But what gets me with DC, because DC's recently done this, compared to with the Injustice series they did. But whereas with Marvel Universe, they always put the emphasis on the fact of these people are heroes at the moment, but they could quite easily turn villains if depending on how their actions go. Think about Cold War. right, as a point of view, right? And the start of that film, the so-called Avengers wiped out half a city chasing one guy.
Yeah. For the record, that film was called Civil War, but continue.
Civil War, yeah.
I just need to clear that up, because some people at home are gonna like shout about it.
Yeah, tough shit. Right, now to the average citizens, the Avengers were supposed to be heroes or villains compared to what the villain was. The villain just tried to rob a bank. They leveled half a city, chasing them down, which is a bit excessive.
Yeah.
Which is what the point Tony Stark made. And whereas Captain America decided, no, justice at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
Which is more of a villain rhetoric than it was a hero rhetoric.
Yeah. You realize all you've done is figure out what the plot of Civil War was, right?
No, what I'm pointing out the point is, if you look at most of the, given up a bar few, right, most of the larger hero type people in the Marvel universe, or most of half the time translate between villainy and heroism. Give Spider-Man with the Daily Bugle. I think the Daily Bugle, isn't it?
Yeah, like the newspaper he works for, yeah.
Yeah. Technically, by all counts of the law, he's evil because he's a vigilante.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, people praise the villainous of it.
You can say the exact same about any superhero, that they're technically a villain because they do vigilanteism.
No, in the DC universe, apart from Batman, which is the odd one out, the rest of the Justice League are commissioned by the government to act the way they do.
That doesn't change the fact that they're vigilant. Like, see when Superman first started doing Superman things? Because, like, the government didn't just figure out where he lived, chap his door and go, hey, you can fly. Like, he had to do some shit for the government to go, ooh, that fucking guy can fly.
Mm-hmm.
There was still a point in time where Superman was very much a criminal.
Yeah.
He was just a morally good criminal.
I don't know about that one. Too much.
That's what, like you can make similar arguments for some of the villains over in DC, that they're technically not bad guys.
The only one I think you can make that claim was with is Lex Luthor.
Mr. Freeze from Batman, for a good start. The man just kind of lost his mind trying to find a cure to his dying wife's cancer. Like, you know what? Fair enough, rob as many fucking banks as you need, buddy.
It depends which Freeze you're on about. On that one.
You're the one that's, like, got his head in a cryo tank. Not the one that wears a parka.
Yeah, most of them did that. But the problem with the DC is they've wiped out they've reinvented their backstories so many times, it's hard to keep track of which villain arc you're on about.
Again, just Dr. Freeze. The one whose wife had cancer, so he put her in cryogenic stasis, and then something went wrong, and now he's in cryogenics, but not stasis, and now he's just kind of gone mad.
Yeah, that's 3 Dr. Freezes. That's 3 of them. The other 3 were just plain jewelry thieves that stole the wrong diamond.
Well, ignore those 3 in particular, and like focus on the 3 that I'm actually like very clearly fucking referring to. Like, fuck you and your pedantics, dickhead, I'm not in the mood. Like with those particular examples of Dr. fucking Freeze, the argument can be made he's not technically a villain. He's just a mentally ill good guy who's gently misguided in life. Which is the same you can say when it comes to Thanos, of technically not the villain, just like a misguided lunatic.
No, I didn't say that he wasn't the villain in part A, but his philosophy view of why he was a villain is more grounded in a moral ambiguity point of view.
Again, so's Dr. Freeze. Like, the man's just trying to cure his wife's cancer. Anyone can understand that. Same with Thanos, of man's just trying to not have everyone die. His solution's just a bit extreme. It's more extreme than Dr. Freeze's, granted, but still. Like, the same general trope can be attributed.
Yes.
Of, like, yeah, they're the bad guy. They just have a somewhat understandable reason for why.
Like, say, in the DC Universal, the idea of a clean-cut villain-hero arc is more profound than it is in the Marvel one.
Mm-hmm.
By leaps and miles. Because there's quite a few villains in Marvel, like the lizard guy. Well, I can't remember his name was.
I mean, there's like 2 of those over in DC. I'm gonna assume you mean Killer Croc.
Does Killer Croc second off?
Was it the one from the Suicide Squad movie?
No, the one I'm thinking of is the scientist who was with Peter Parker who lost an arm and tried to grow it back.
Oh, I think he's literally just called Reptile.
Him, right?
Yeah, I think he's literally just called the Reptile or some shit. It's something shit like that.
Yeah. Probably, all he was trying to do was him was trying to cure himself. What he did to himself, right? And what turned him to the villain was he went back to his lab, and the lab says, "No, we don't want you anymore. You're fired."
Yeah.
Even though all you needed was 20 minutes of the machine, and he could have been cured.
Yeah.
So he was trying to get back to the machine. Even to the point where Spider-Man helped him several times to get back to the machine. Try and get him cured for it. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Marvel has more ambiguity in it than DC does.
That's because Marvel is a broad spectrum statement. There's obvious exceptions, but Marvel, like broad spectrum, has a much more talented writing team than DC.
Oh yeah.
And it is much simpler to write characters that are very clean-cut hero-villain, with some attempts at making it more morally grey here and there, than it is to just make morally grey characters.
I think it's more down to the fact that DC was originally American propaganda for the World Wars.
I mean, it helps, but then so was Marvel.
No, Marvel after the war.
I mean, Captain America was started like, I think it was like just before World War II.
Captain America was originally DC.
Still.
And then Marvel bought him.
Still. Technically. Because, like, if I remember rightly, Captain America was the first fucking comic that Marvel ended up, like, releasing after they bought it.
Yeah, it was
so, like,
Captain America versus the Red Skull.
Yeah. And that was still very much just American propaganda. So,
oh yeah.
Like almost every comic book company out there started off making propaganda of some flavour.
But I think when that one first came out, I don't think Stan Lee was actually part of Marvel at the time.
I'm pretty sure Stan Lee founded Marvel, but then
I'm not too sure.
I don't pay that much attention to that kind of shit.
I don't
anymore,
want to believe he founded it. Like he was the grandfather of Marvel.
Co-founder or some shit.
But I think he bought into it eventually, then changed it to what it is now. I think originally he wasn't part of it.
Either way, right? to the original point. Yes, you're somewhat correct, but the way you phrased it is wrong.
Probably.
Like what you said and what you said were different things. What you said to start the conversation was not what you were trying to convey. What you'd said was Marvel doesn't have heroes and villains. Whereas what you were trying to say is Marvel has understandable villains.
Mm-hmm.
You can, when I frame it like that, you can understand why I got kind of fucking heated a little earlier in the discussion there of, no you fucking moron, they're still the villain.
Okay, best way to describe it, right, from what's in my head, is the political dichotomy of Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
Between the Imperials and the Stormcloaks.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can describe Marvel, the Marvel Universe as a whole. Type thing.
Right.
So depending which side you want, depends which way you view as a villainy and which way you view as good. In the terms of the story arc goes.
The differences between the two is when it comes to Marvel, if you're reading the comics or watching the movies and you go, you know what, Thanos has got a really good point. You know, he's an evil fucker, but he's got a good point. And you make that assumption based on, like, all the evidence present that can be found. You are like, that's an understandable standpoint to take. You're still a decent human being. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in Skyrim, if somehow, especially after doing the main fucking quest of the game, you still think the Stormcloaks were in the right, you either cannot read, speedrun the game, or you're just plain and simply stupid. And frankly, should not have the ability to vote.
I have the Stormcloaks were towards when you finished the arc was more the villain side of it. But as the critical dichotomy was first presented to you.
Oh, yeah, the way it's initially presented, but like the more you actually look into the Stormcloaks, the more you realise, okay, no.
Yeah,
like,
they're rich assholes.
A, they're terrorists, B, they're racist, and C, they're literally being run by an enemy agent. Like, there is a whole ass book you can find in the middle of the Falmor Embassy that outright explains the fact that right at the end of the Great War, they kidnapped the shit out of Ulfric Stormcloak, tortured the fuck out of him, made him betray the Empire, which is why the Empire fell in the first place in the war. It's how they lost the capital city in Citadel. And then made him into a fucking spy and gave him the active task of starting the Stormcloak Rebellion to more weaken the Empire. All of that is spelled out in a fucking single book you can find, like, halfway through the main quest. It's not that well hidden, it's in a chest, in a room you have to go into to finish the quest, and it's right there as you enter the room. It is not fucking hard to find. And, like, yeah, the argument can be made, well, they're the Falmor, they could have planted that evidence there, like, in case anyone saw it. Yeah, even the Falmor aren't that fucking pedantic, though.
I've heard that argument before. I've also heard the argument that it was a glitch, that it was left on a story that shouldn't have been there, and there's many theories about that book, whether it's actually real or not, on that one.
All I'm saying, right, if the Falmor were going to make that, like, that dossier and fake it, right, and it'd be utter bullshit, why would it be in a random basement in the middle of the embassy next to two actual legit bits of dossier that you can verify as real based on other fucking bits of evidence get told throughout the game?
The one for that one, I think...
If they were going to make it, they would make it as propaganda and spread it.
See, the one for that one, I remember, was that they knew who you were, the Elder Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Knew your word was worth more than an elf's would be in a given circumstances. Allow you to found the book so you could spread that propaganda yourself. Since more people believe and follow you rather than any random word of some random trickle book on the street.
The only issue with that, though, is that means either they knew well the in advance you were going to wind up breaking in at some point, which I doubt, or, and this is the one I really, really doubt, they managed to falsify that dossier in the time it took you to get to the basement, which, for most players, is about 10 minutes.
As for knowing you want to do it in the first place, the Falmor do have a device that allows them to tell the future from the Dwemer.
Fucking still.
Remember, it's in Elder Scrolls?
Still, like, even with that fucking assumption, though, like, even if we assume, oh, they used the magic machine to see the future and knew the Dragonborn was gonna come, I doubt they knew who the fucking... Given the Dragonborn didn't know who the fucking Dragonborn was till 2 weeks ago, I doubt the magic machine knew. Like, yeah, it's magic, like, I could believe it, but I still fucking doubt it. That as well, why would they bother using the, like, if no one knows there is a Dragonborn, and no one knows for sure if a Dragonborn's gonna turn up and break into the Falmor Embassy because they're trying to rebuild the Blades, an organization the Falmor very much believes is fucking done, why would they bother checking to see if that was going to happen? Why would they get the magic machine and go, I want to know about this really specific option that might occur. Will it occur? Why would they look into that? They have no reason to worry about that ever happening. Which is exactly why it happened.
Hang on. I have the answer for you there. You ready for this fan theory? It's a big one.
Oh dear Christ. Okay.
The Thalmor were the ones who released Alduin.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, Alduin, as you know, is the son of Akatosh,
Mm-hmm.
the Time Dragon.
Mm.
So Alduin saw you in the future before you were sealed. When he was released from his confines by the Thalmor, he mentioned about you to the Thalmor and how they supported him, eager to wipe out the enemy of Thalmor, which are the Nords.
Mm-hmm.
Since the Nords are the one who kicked their asses several times over during the previous conflicts.
Right.
So Thalmor decided to antagonize the Nords by splitting the Imperial throne and the Nord throne from separate, hoping that the Imperials would then go to Thalmor for help to take out the Nords. Right? In order to sow more seeds, since you know that the Thalmor and the Imperial generally have a friendly relationship, they see the document as propaganda in the vault, because you'll be there, in order for you to then take it back to the Nords, and so to send amongst the Nords by claiming that Uthric Stormcloak was a traitor, therefore turn the Nords onto themselves, and then allowing the Imperials then to sweep through, take them all out on top.
Okay. 2 flaws and a question. And I'm going to start with the question. By any chance, did either you come up with this theory, or do you subscribe to it? Just so I know roughly how brutal I can get here.
It's not my theory. I don't subscribe to it. There was a Reddit post about 2 years ago. I brought that one up.
Alright, 2 major flaws, right? In fact, no, fuck you. 2 major flaws in a statement, and I'm going to start with a statement. Whoever came up with this is either completely fucking stupid or completely incapable of listening.
Probably both.
Right? Flaw number 1, right, with the general idea that it was the Thalmor that released Alduin and controlled when he went out and did his thing. And this is why I suspect whoever came up with this is incapable of hearing, reading, or is just straight up stupid. In the fucking main plot of the game, not even at the halfway mark, when you read the Elder Scroll to see how was Alduin defeated before so I can defeat him again, it is outright fucking explained that he was sent forward in time, so that he wasn't their problem anymore. He was someone else's fucking problem.
Yes, I know.
So when Alduin appears at the start of Skyrim, that's not him being released. That's just where he fucking turned up after being time warped. Flaw number 2. The Empire actually winning the war against the Stormcloaks in no way benefits the Thalmor. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't exactly hinder the Thalmor. But it also doesn't really help the Thalmor at all.
No, it's mostly the idea of a complete revenge plot against the Nords for the last time to kick their asses.
All I'm saying, the Thalmor have got a better chance of kicking the shit out of the Thalmor. I mean, the Thalmor have a better chance of kicking the shit out of the Nords, sorry. By default. Like they already conquered the fucking Empire. To the point of having them sign a white gold fucking treaty. And are actively planning a second one. All they have to do is do it again, actually finish off the Empire, and then turn around and fuck up the Nords. Because they will have a much higher, like a way more bolstered manpower supply than they did previously. Because they have all of Cyrodiil. And the surrounding regions to pull troops from, rather than just some chucklefuck island where some elves live.
I think the problem with the theory that they went with, you remember that one, is they played Elder Scrolls and then Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
I believe like Lopio did, that Elder Scrolls came after Skyrim.
Probably.
Whereas most people don't realise that Elder Scrolls is 2nd Age, where Skyrim is 5th Age.
Yes. And Skyrim is the 4th era, but close.
No, it's 5th. Skyrim's 5th.
No, it's 4th.
It's 5th.
It's 4th.
Sure, it's 5th. The end of...
It's the 4th. Come on, the Oblivion Crisis was the 3rd era. That was the very end of the 3rd era.
Yes, but then the 4th era occurred, which then led to the World of Falmor against the Cyrodiil, and then the Skyrim takes place in the 5th era after the fall of Cyrodiil.
No, Skyrim is like Art's end of the 4th era.
Hang on.
So remember, the starting date in Skyrim is, I think it's the 6th of insert month, because I can't remember the month. I think it's like the in-game version of like a Thursday, if I remember rightly. I think it's like Thursday the 4th, if I remember rightly, is the start date of Skyrim. It has been a while, but I think it's like Thursday 4th era. To 26? It's like 4th era to 26, the start year.
Right, this is a bit odd here. I've got the actual thing up from the Elder Scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Skyrim takes place, 4th era is when Skyrim is set. The era begins and ends with the Oblivion Crisis. Which means it should be the 5th era then.
No.
There's the Oblivion with the Oblivion game.
You've got to remember, technically, the Oblivion Crisis is still ongoing technically. Because while, yes, technically at the end of Oblivion, you do end the Oblivion Crisis. In that you kick the shit out of Mehrunes Dagon and he fucks off again. The Dragonfires never were relit. So technically until they are, the 4th era can't technically end. Which I think is why that's worded like that, because technically, through how lore is like written, because the Dragonfires were never relit, then the Oblivion, whatever the fuck it's called, was never resealed. Technically, the crisis didn't end.
Right, the problem we've got is, I'm just reading it further on with the explanation. The problem we've got is, although the lore books are written in the 4th era style and timeline, technically most of the citizens consider the 5th era because they classified it as the Empty Throne era.
I mean, fair enough to them. Either way, I'm still right because, it's first line there that said 4th era, so fuck you, I'm right.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that the lore in the game itself, from what I'm reading here, states it's both, in a way.
Yeah. The argument can be made for both, but also fuck you, I was right.
Yeah, I think the thing is for the Imperial line, it's the 4th era, for the Nords line, it's the 5th era.
Yeah, which, fair.
I think it's what they're going at. Yeah.
Either way, understandable.
I must admit, when you play the game, it's not exactly stated which era you're in too well.
I mean, it is if you make use of the wait button. It's right there.
Yeah.
It gives you the date, the day of the week, the hour of the day, the year, the era, everything, right there.
Yeah, but if you talk to the NPCs, or they would play the 5th era. I'm sure
so I think only 2 NPCs ever outright mention what era you're in.
I know Stormcloak did it.
So I think it's fucking Galmar or some shit. One of the fucking side lieutenants in the Stormcloak army mentions once in a bit of random dialogue it's the 5th era.
No, so is the dragon as well.
I think one of the dragons mentions it being the 4th, but maybe they mention it as a 5th. I can't. A dragon at one point in the game mentions it.
Parthrax said I think his main words he said was it's becoming of the 5th era. Not that it was 5th. I think that's where a lot of people confused. It was becoming of the 5th era.
If I remember rightly, it's right at the start of the game. If you do the ending where Parthrax lives before he flies off with the dragons, he's like this will be the dawn of the 5th era.
Yeah,
if I recall. But then it might be when you do that first fight with Alduin, the difficult fight against Alduin, where it's you and Parthrax teaming up against him, which sounds like it should be the easiest part, Alduin fight, and it's just not. It might be just just as that fight is kicking off.
I think most dialogue
says this
that
starts to
surrounds
flip out. It's something like that.
I can remember a few NPCs saying it, but I think most of what they say is it's the beginning of the now the Dragonborn here is beginning of the 5th era or something like that.
So the only one I can like actively like remember distinctly is I think it's Galmar, but it could be one of the other random Stormcloak lieutenants.
I know someone in Stormcloak mentions it. Someone
At some point mentions it.
Someone in Winterhold mentions it as well. One of the mages. I think the Blades do as well.
Maybe.
Mention it.
I don't remember either like any of the Blades mentioning it, but then it's that rare I side with the Blades in Skyrim.
I think I did twice. That's about it. I think when you get the Dawnbreaker, Moria, whatever her name was, she mentions about becoming the 5th. She mentions about becoming the 5th era.
No, because I reran that quest a couple of days ago. Just because I started another new playthrough because I had to finish up the Dawnguard quest. And like, low-key Dawnbreaker's really helpful for killing vampires.
It is, eh?
So I went back and redid that quest. She doesn't mention the date in that quest at any point.
I'm sure one of the princes do. I can't remember which one it is.
No, I've not long since done all of the Daedric quests and none of them mentioned the arrow in Skyrim.
Unless your Gorath mentioned it.
No. Shira Gorath makes a reference to the 2nd era and the 3rd era during some of his comments, because you gotta remember most of like the Shira Gorath quest is like taking place in like the dead brain of like fucking Pelagius. People who don't understand Elder Scrolls don't ask.
No, didn't he mention about the era of cheese?
No, that's I think that's in Oblivion, that line. About the cheese era.
Or am I thinking of Elder Scrolls that popped up in too?
That's either ESO or Oblivion, because I remember that line as well. That's either ESO or Oblivion that gets mentioned in. It's one of the two.
The problem with Gorath is one of those characters where you could believe you can see the future and you just forgot about it.
I mean,
yeah. Anyway, let's get on playing some game.
Yeah, that's probably an idea. We probably should actually like play the game rather than like sit here and talk shit on the main menu for like 2 hours. Especially given we've only got like a half hour before fucking Ghost or whatever their name is joins us. I genuinely can't remember from last week. It's Ghost, right? Ghost, yeah. That was, but I had to like think there. I was like, is it Ghost? Yeah, we're gonna go with Ghost.
I'm not too sure.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's Ghost. Sniper. Fucking Sniper is gonna be here in a bit. I remember Sniper was involved for sure. And I want to say like 2006.
2060, yeah.
There we go, and I was close. I got the 6 right. Good.
Yes, a resident Twitch streamer.
We genuinely spent like an hour just talking shit about Elder Scrolls and D&D, didn't we? Wow.
Yeah, 48 minutes.
Apologies everyone at home who's had to sit through that whole debacle. Like,
it's what you
those of you who aren't that nerdy. Like...
They're tune in for us bullying some random trickle fuck, or just talking absolute nerd shite. Way too deeply.
Yeah. Oh, that's handy. Yeah, you know what? See with that drop line, we're gonna go for there.
I just noticed a lot of people either noobs or using default skins for some reason.
Tifa, that tends to happen when you're first loading in.
But the news or the default skin?
The default skins. Like, that's been an issue for like 3 fucking seasons now, dude. Like, don't worry about it. About now.
got one of my compassers in front of me. Veering off towards the harbour. Where that's called.
That's good.
One below me. Again, veering off more towards the harbour.
Again, that's good. As long as it's not going too close towards Roost, that works for me.
There's one guy right above me.
That might well be me.
No, you're beside me. He's fucked off in this direction. I think I just saw someone land there.
Yeah, there's a squad going in on my right.
I've got a 3-man team. Form 2 squads.
Yeah.
I'm going to Lighthouse. I'm going to the mill.
I'm gonna bully my way into the roof here and I'll make my way over to you.
Ah, balls.
Have you been dropped by any chance, or?
I'm about to be.
Well now, what makes you think that?
Because I just dropped right on top of 2 players.
Yeah, you didn't really want to do that now, did you?
No, I didn't. Die, you son of a bitch. Thank you. Ah, shit. Hey.
That worked.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
No, you're not, you're fine.
I'm in trouble.
No, you're not, you're fine.
I've got no ammo.
Yeah, neither do I, you're fine.
A guy hunting me. I have 8 shotgun rounds.
Yeah, that's enough to win that fight, you're fine.
That ran. He had a gold weapon. Oh well.
Yeah, okay, that's understandable. Right, you work for me now.
More shite. Meant towards you now.
So I'm heading my way towards you anyway.
Yes. I'll take you. Hello.
Hi there.
Oh shit. Oh.
Don't worry, that's on our team.
I just realized that.
Right, here, you... Yeah, you need this more than I do. Here you go.
I don't know. Right, we've got Nemesis now, so we've got something decent to use.
There you go, that's a start.
Oh, another NPC.
What?
Oh, there's another NPC there.
Fucking... where?
I know, I think what happened was yours just teleported around me. So was it behind me and then teleported in front of me?
Yeah. Was it this one by any chance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hang on, before we go anywhere. No, wrong way. What do fireflies in a jar do?
I think it's essentially just a Molotov.
I know your NPC friend is giving you fireflies in a jar.
Yeah, they do that, don't worry.
Alright, I've got a pump action shotgun, shockwave grenade, fireflies in a jar, and a medkit. As well as a nemesis.
I've got a Reaper sniper rifle, a hammer pump action shotgun, and a covert ops nemesis AR.
Sharpshooter nemesis. That's what I got.
Check the area. Okay, the medallion is still live. That's...
No, it's been dropped. Someone's already dropped it again. 5 southeast,
no,
124.
There. Yeah, that's fine. This thing, we can't hear the gunshots, so it's not exactly a big deal.
Over here.
Yeah, no, yeah, I told you so.
What's that?
Fucking medallion it's not anymore. Yep, here we go.
What happened?
I'm gonna say, like, I fucking told you so, the medallion's still alive, because the vault's not open. Yes! What I was then going to follow up with was, and we know where the guy is, and then I realized, no we don't, then I opened the door, and he was right fucking in front of me.
Play behind you, play behind you.
Yeah, a slightly bigger fish to fry there.
You came behind me, took me out. Damn it. Just ready up?
Ah, just ding it then. I mean, normally I'd say yeah, but I've hit fucking Bobby on instinct, so I just...
Ah, you went to lobby, did you?
Yeah. I'm not used to just dinging it to lobby, you know, just fucking instinct.
Yeah, he jumped right behind me when I was trying to take out that Thai guy for you.
Yeah.
And
But in fairness, like, I was doing fine until he threw that fucking grenade at me. So let's forget he fucking does that when you get into like really low health. He fucking lobs that cluster mine at you, and if you don't fucking move in time, you get fucked up by it.
Oh, no one's on mine yet.
Right, oh, that one. Yeah, that's fine.
Right, give me 2 seconds, we'll let me dug out. See if he wants to go up this time round.
Yeah, no, go for it.
No, I've got better sense since some people in your party can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, was it the one like at the bottom of the screen on Fortnite itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because it's still trying to do the in-game chat. Just fucking ignore that shit. That's because the game's chat itself, because the game chat is turned on and the game chat isn't picking up our mic input, it assumes we've broken our microphones.
Oh, right. Let's try you again, little asshole.
There's a thought. I've got fucking scrambled eggs that I need to give to my dog for his fucking supper. Let me fucking do that now.
Ow.
I swear this fucking dog gets fed better than I fucking do sometimes.
Right, go for a wee. Go for a wee.
There, have your supper. Right, remind me to let him out for a shite at about 11.
Maybe.
You know what, see while your dog's taking a piss, I might actually make a brew quickly.
It's finished.
Yeah. Well,
He's
you know
very...
what, fuck you, Alfie, and the people at home. I'm making a brew anyway.
Yeah, he can piss pretty fast when he wants to.
Fuck Lottie, I'm a grass adult. I'm gonna make a brew. I don't care what anyone says, fuck it.
You're not allowed.
Tough.
Don't make me go up there.
I've got a fucking refill kettle to fucking make a brew, son of a bitch.
Don't make me go up there and beat your ass, boy.
It'll take like an extra minute. Fucking don't make me tell the people at home what happened to you on fucking Friday. So you can play this fucking game. Care to tell the people at home what happened to that $4 grand?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's what I thought, dickhead. Don't make me fucking name and shame you, bitch boy.
That's doxing, asswipe. Can't do it illegal.
It's not doxing if I don't give out your legal name and or address. It's only doxing if I give out your legal information. Ronnie Swanson of 1152 Rosewell Lane, Albuquerque. There's a man at home right now called fucking Ron Swanson who is shitting himself.
How did he know?
Ron Swanson from Albuquerque, if you're watching the show, pal, I'm joking. Everyone knows you're at 1156 fucking Rosewell Lane, Albuquerque, not 1152. Right, I'll be 2 minutes. 2 minutes, I need to go for a pee.
You have that fucking microbladder. Hello, people at home. Welcome to the Harmon Minute. The time the Ben boy has gone home. He has to relieve himself from his microbladder. Because he's 12 years old and not how to hold his piss in. More than 5 seconds. Also, this species of human has the enlarged anus for repeated uses of the butt plug. Some therefore believe it's some kind of ceremonial garb, worn to distinguish hierarchy among the pack. Also known as the distinct lines of being the furry. These features can be seen coming down the back and emptying back into the butt plug, which has a tail. This is believed in the pack of the furries to generate social hierarchy or mating status. I bet he stuck his headset in his ear every fucking word I'm saying.
You are correct, I am. I'm just... I'll be with you in a minute. Right, sorry, I went into me landlord's room there to bother her for a cigarette and or housekeeping. And she was watching the show, like, fucking Warren the Midwife, ken that one what the BBC did?
Oh yeah.
And fucking, there's this wee kid in the show, right? Now, I'll be honest, I've seen a grand total of 2 episodes of this show, so I don't really know what the fuck's going on in the show, outside of midwifery. But there's this wee kid in it, right? And his dad's a doctor, right? And the wee kid wants to be a doctor like his dad, right? So I went into, like, my landlord's room, like, to bother her, right? And I was paying attention to the episode. This kid must be about, like, somewhere between 9 and 12 in the show, right? And they've got him reading the complete works of Freud.
Oh god.
Now, in fairness, the show's set in, like, the 50s, right? So, like, understandable.
40s.
Still. But at the same time, like me and Mother just had, like, a 5-minute argument about why is the 12-year-old reading Freud? It's like, well, he wants to be a doctor. It's like, but Freud was a psychologist.
He was both, actually.
Well, like, yeah, but, like, doctors have to do a little bit of everything. It's like, yeah, but even back then, they didn't have to study Freud or psychology. So, like, why? That's what... Who the fuck gives a 12-year-old Freud to read?
Freud was the first technical neurosurgeon.
Like, still, like, I know who Freud is. Like, my point is more, who the fuck gives the complete works of Freud, the book, to a 12-year-old?
Well, considering life expectancy is 40, you might as well start young.
Like, all I'm saying, like I was 16 when I first read Freud.
Why
And
did
at
you
16, I wasn't fucking ready.
I remember I was 12 when I first read it.
Like, Freud was a fucked up guy. I wasn't ready for half of that shit at 16, and then read all of it again at 18, and I still wasn't really ready for that shit.
Try reading it now, see how far you get.
Probably, like, to be fair, I did finish it. I just don't remember most of it, because I mentally blocked all of it. But, like... I remember Freud had this really weird obsession with fucking his mum. Outside of that, I don't remember a lot about the man.
Yeah, his main philosophy for most mental disorders was boys want to shank the mothers and the girls want to shank the fathers.
Yeah, and the uncles are to blame. I don't think that was one of his, but it's funnier to imagine it was.
That Freud had mummy issues, definitely.
Well, no, nah, there's no mummy issue there. Man just went to fuck his mother. There's no an issue there. That's perfectly normal, Fat Auntie.
Well, come on, his mother did get stuck in the washing machine.
No, that was his stepsister.
No, stepbrother, probably.
I mean, knowing the 40s and the 50s, it would not surprise me. All I'm saying is back then, gay had 2 fucking meanings.
I saw a picture on my Facebook feed a few minutes ago before we came online. It was one of my old school friends throwing a picture in. This is my grandmother explained to me and my brother that I used to have one of those. There was a picture of the old tin toad with the plunger doing the clothes
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, yes, I remember that. My mum had one of those as well.
Yeah.
She sent me out to make one for her because she thought it was easy to do the washing that way.
I grew up with one, and I was born in the 2000s.
Yes, you also lived in Scotland, which we all know is 20 years in the past.
That's all. I grew up in a very poor part of Scotland, which didn't help.
I mean, I'm amazed you have lights and running water.
Honestly, there are times we're the same, quite frankly. It's the fact that Mary Hill has lights and running water that genuinely amazes me.
I think most people around the world think Scotland is basically medieval England still.
In fairness, we're not that far off it. We do have a lot of knife crime.
You do? I thought fucking Bristol's the knife crime capital of the UK, but fuck me.
No, Glasgow.
Glasgow's getting up there, isn't it?
This is the thing. You gotta remember, at one point in time, Glasgow was the knife crime capital of Europe. It was a few years ago overtaken by Brussels for a brief span, but like Brussels had some troubles.
Yeah, you know, you're working hard to claim that title back, the Scottish.
Oh yes, we are.
Along with being the biggest raging alcoholic next to the Irish.
This is the thing. I've been drinking in Ireland before, and I've been drinking in Scotland before, and I genuinely don't know who I would put my money on for that drink off. Like this thing, like it depends on the rule set, because like if you go for like a pure everyone versus everyone like battle royal, right? Last team standing wins. Scotland's got the advantage because we've got more people.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get both countries to field teams of equal size of their best drinkers,
yeah, 1v1.
I feel like we're all. I feel like it's a solid half and half split. Like I feel like it's even odds.
It depends. If you're drinking hard liquor, then the Scottish might take it just. Whereas you're going for like hard pints, then the Irish have the advantage.
See, this is the thing. I would agree with you if I wasn't a bartender. More specifically, a bartender in Scotland, because I sell a lot more pints at the pub than I do hard liquors. It is rare I have to pour a whiskey at work.
Maybe the other way around. I don't know.
Like,
all I'm thinking of is machine. That's technically a
machine. I feel like it's a half and half either way.
Well, machine's technically a beer, and it's like 120% proof. You know,
like. Like I think the only thing that would like have to factor in that could like tip the balance in the favor is which team has a member who's got a wedding coming up most recently. Because like us Scottish and the Irish have the exact same drinking schedule for the year. We drink a little bit for most of the year, and then like there's a couple holidays where you drink, and then like you drink at a wedding. Like St. Patrick's Day, you drink, right? Fucking Valentine's Day, you drink, right? Fucking a random Saturday, you drink. Your friend's bar mitzvah or birthday party, or you drink. But, like, even Christmas and New Year's, you drink. All of it is just paled in comparison to a wedding. Because a wedding is where you fucking drink. You know, like you're trying to do a bit of damage.
Why? You don't have to get the fact that you just pissed your life away.
It's more like every other drinking session that isn't happening at a wedding is practice for the wedding.
You know, it's funny, right? Right, we made plans. Me and Vic made plans the other day for this, up here. I'm excited to come to the Gay Pride Festival. It's the first one I've ever been to. I'm also athletically worried about it at the same time.
I mean, that's it. Depends which one I take you to.
That's what worries me.
Like, if I take you to the one in Kirkcaldy, you'll be fine because they're a really chill crowd. I've got some pool with a couple of guys that go to it. It's like, we should be chill at that one.
I'm pretty
Whereas,
sure
like, I don't know a lot of people at the Glasgow one, and like the Glasgow one's well known to be a lot more rowdy.
So that's the one you said. Since you said coming to at 11th house.
This is the thing, like we could do both. It would just mean like you coming up twice in the same year. Or like coming up and staying for a couple of weeks. I think there's like 2 weeks. In fact, it might even be a full month between the Glasgow one and the Kirkcaldy one.
I don't think the summer's not too bad. The ride's easier then.
I would say like both are in the summer, so you're fine.
Yeah, it'll take about what, an hour and a half, depending on how far to push myself to get to Edinburgh.
I mean, this thing, I'm a bit like I'm closer to Falkirk than Edinburgh, where I live. So like, based on the last time I went from Glasgow to your end, I think that was 3 hours in a car.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
And
I'd probably call it still like a safe, like 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
depending which, if I take the A19, probably looking more 3 hours. If I hit the A1 and cross over the border that way,
So your A1's probably your best bet. Take the A1,
we're probably about
through like bigger.
1.5 to 2 hours, depending on how hard to push it and what time of day it is.
Yeah.
So if I leave like 4 in the morning, catch it in the night, dry calmness, I'll probably make it in just under the 2 hours.
Yeah. Because your best bet is probably going to be like for speed, hook it up through bigger. But those back roads are kind of dodgy, especially like at 7 o'clock in the morning, because like, there's like no fucking street lights on a lot of them. So like
that's what I'm saying. I know.
It'll be better safety wise sticking to like some of the main roads. So
I know
still quite like A1 hook.
Last time I went through the A1 route to go to Inverness. We pulled off the A1, I can't remember where. Then my dad hit all the back roads and threw it over the like fucking cliff end for some damn reason. Now to give it more.
Don't remember, those back roads, they're fun and they're faster, but when it's dark out, you don't want to risk it.
Like I said, I'm not too sure how to ride a trike yet. I think you can get used to it. Because to be honest, what's great about the trike is in a car, right? I can feel the size of a car, spatial wise.
Yeah. Whereas like with a trike, it's because it like steering wise, it feels like a bike.
Yeah, you don't know what the back wheels like.
Like you underjudge it a lot. Yeah.
Like I've got two feet either side of me sticking out. And to be honest, a foot and a half that's just tire.
It's like I know this is gonna sound mad, but I know what you mean, and the reason I know what you mean is I had the exact same experience when driving go-karts.
Yeah.
Where I felt like I had more room than I did, and it led to me crashing once.
Because the steering is much lighter compared to the car is. You know, physically how heavy the steering is, how much car you have got to turn or move.
Exactly.
Whereas with a bike, because people don't agree this, a torque on a bike engine is about 5 times that you get on the most powerful cars.
Yeah.
But takeoff speed on a bike engine is phenomenally powerful. So you don't judge it based on that, because the way you take off even on a trike is you talk like 0 to 60 in like 4 seconds, regardless of the size engine you're on. Once you get to the 500cc engines, you're hitting reliably 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds.
Nah, so did I actually tell you the story about my go-karting crash like last year?
Yes, you did.
Did I tell it on the show?
Yes,
about what happened? It's a good one, but okay, if I've already told that, I'll refrain. For the record, that shit still hurts. I still sometimes wake up with sore ribs after that crash. I think I did damage that day.
I mean, if I've got to practice coming to Scotland on the trike, the best way to do it is take the Pennine Pass.
Probably, actually, yeah.
Go from here to stand up across the Pennine Pass.
Yeah.
Probably the best bet to get to. Because at least there's not like a sheer cliff that I'm going to kill myself on. Just lots of sheep.
Yeah.
But I have the tyres on the back end of this trike are fucking huge.
I mean, that's handy. At least you know it's not going to slip out on you.
Oh no, the tyres are custom wheels, and the wheels are 1.5 feet.
Ah, well, fucking right. You got plenty of grip then.
Alright. Only problem is that when you try and push it, you run yourself over.
Yeah. Yeah, you will, yeah.
Because when you try and push a car, you try to do your long strides to get the most grip to push forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, you forget just 2 feet behind you is a massive wheel.
Dumbass. Did someone run themselves over by any chance?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, fucking well done. But it was the fucked up leg as well. Like, it was your dodgy leg.
It was, yeah, it was your bad ankle.
Yeah.
Because that's the right leg to sort of brace with.
You fucking reprobate.
But though, like, the custom work on the trike is he's got the bearings that smooth in the rear axle. It pushes easy as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, it pushes forward with one hand.
I mean, that's helpful.
It is. See what weighs what? The bike was originally 430 kilos by the time you add the engine in. So add an extra axle and steel on for that. You're
like
about
700?
About 600.
Yeah, probably about 6. Low end guesstimation, I'd say like 550 to 600.
Yeah, I would say the lowest it could possibly be is the 450. that's like the minimum limit.
Yeah.
And
And
there's
even
ways
then,
for a
I
try.
doubt it. Like, with the
I'm probably
size of the
pushing-
wheels, doubt it. You're
Oh,
probably
thankfully-
pushing close to the 600 mark.
Yeah, the wheels are probably best part 20 kilos by themselves.
Yeah, because you gotta remember, like, rubber's fucking heavy, so, like...
Like I say, the wheels are massive, and the tyres are thick as fuck.
Yeah.
Got a good 4 inches of rubber in between the rim and the fucking tread.
Yeah, so you probably are pushing closer to, like, the 600 mark then, yeah.
Not to mention the full 750V twin that's shoved in there as well.
Oh, fuck it. You know what? See, while we're here, right? Mainly because it's like the gaming special. I want to complain about something.
Go ahead and play it.
Now, realistically, this is something I should have complained about, like, last year.
Ah.
But in fairness, I didn't know about it last year. I found out about this last week.
Oh, God.
So, I mean, Fat Man T, right? I'm sure you're aware by now. A lot of people at home won't be aware, but I believe you will be aware by now. I'm a big fan of professional wrestling, right?
Yeah.
I very much like professional wrestling. I think it's a wonderfully fun, silly little sport. And I enjoy it so much so that I quite frequently, right? Like, the WWE video games are my FIFA at this point. Like, every year I fucking buy the new one. Even if it's shit, I end up picking it up. Because I find them really fun, right? And, like, normally, I have, like, a set way I play the WWE games. It's very similar to how I play the Call of Duty games. Where, like, it's like in the Call of Duty games, I'll do the campaign first, finish that, then I'll go do the multiplayer for a bit, then I'll do the zombies mode if it has it, right? Well, in the WWE games, normally what I'll do, right, is I'll do the My Career mode first, because that's pretty much what I buy the game for, is My Career mode. Right? Then I'll go to, like, say, in 2K23 and 22, they had My GM mode, that came back, so I'll do My GM mode after that. Then I'll usually move on to the Showcase mode, and then I'll do Universe mode, right? And I skipped their knockoff fucking Ultimate Team mode, because I don't care about it. Because it's just a microtransaction hell, and I refuse. So, with that back in context, right? I started playing WWE 2K23 again recently, right?
Oh, yeah, we played last year.
Yeah, like last year's WWE game. Reinstalled it a couple of weeks ago, was playing it again. And I decided, you know what? It's been a long time since I played the Universe mode in a WWE game. The last one I played was back in WWE 12, before 2K even looked at the series.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll boot up the fucking Universe mode and I'll see what it's like. Like, sure, like, because I loved the Universe mode in WWE 12, I thought it was amazing fun. We've got, you know, fucking X amount of years of development, like, what, 11 years worth of, like, game dev on top of that. It must be spectacular now, surely.
Guarantee it wasn't.
I put it up to give it a go. Oh, it is so shit. It is so bad. There's so many features that were available in the Universe mode in 2K, like, not 2, just WWE 12, sorry, that isn't in 2K23, and it's so annoying.
You know what's even
Like,
worse?
see, what's that?
Right, is because of a certain lawsuit that happened last year,
Yeah.
you could lose half your wrestlers from the roster.
Yeah, which, fair.
Right? Do you know what lawsuit was that caused that issue?
Not off the top of my head, but still.
I'll let you finish and I'll tell you what the lawsuit is, because it's dumb
Right,
one.
because, I mean, in fairness, we know we're losing most of them, like, for, like, in the move to 2K24, like, most of the roster's been announced now, and it's like, oh, there's, like, 12 people. Cool. But, like... like, with the Universe, like, so, let me tell you what Universe mode is in the wrestling games, right? So
we
that
do that,
most of
and
my
we'll run through them
complaints will
quickly.
make sense. That's fair. So, like, Universe mode in the wrestling games, like WWE wrestling games, is essentially like you're the head of creative now. You've got the year calendar, you book the shows, you pick the matches. The game will simulate the matches and, like, pick the winner, because, like, they're trying to pretend it's still a legit sport, because kayfabe. But, like, you pick the sport and you pick the storylines, and, like, you can do, like, all the cutscenes and everything. That's really, really fun, right? At least that's what it was back in WWE, like, 12, right? So, I mean, here's the bit that, like, WWE 2K23 and WWE 12 have in common. You have the calendar, and you book the matches. And you set up the rivalries. That's it. Like that, I think the only other thing that's still in there is, like, fuck, you can make a custom roster in Universe mode. I think that was in 12 as well. Like, back in WWE 12, you could, like, you booked matches on your show cards. You could also, like alongside your rivalries, you could have little promo sections. So you could say, okay, I want this wrestler to come out in between these two matches. He's gonna do a big promo on the mic in the ring to hype up the crowd for the next match, which is gonna be his match. You know, and you could like actually sit and script out entire storylines, and it was really fucking cool. In WWE 2K23, you're not allowed to do that, and that button's not there. But you have these things called rivalry actions, where you pick an action for one of the characters in the rivalry and one for the other, and then the game essentially flips a coin to decide whose action's gonna happen. And you might think, well, you can get around that by only picking one action on one superstar and then ignore the other one. No, it still flips the coin, so it's gonna be a 50-50 on if it does the action or if nothing happens. Which means you can't actually script out an actual rivalry. Like the rivalries come down purely to chance, which defeats the entire fucking point of the universe mode. And you'd think, oh well, surely maybe those features are over in my GM mode, because my GM mode is it's the same thing but with a point system, right? No, it's not in there either. It kind of is, in the sense of you can do some promos that you've got 4 promo options and they're preset. And they just do stat boosts to certain things, like, oh, if you do this one, you get more money at the end of the week, or if you do this one, you lose some money, but you get more fans, or if you do this one, rivalries will get more heat faster, and it's such a letdown. The rest of that game, I really enjoy. I really enjoyed everything else in 2K23. My career mode's really fun. My GM mode's quite entertaining in my opinion. I think it's fun. You know, I remember I'm still enjoying Universe mode. It's still fun. I just wish it had those features from those older games. Because we have the technology. We had it back on the fucking Xbox 360, so we must have it now still. Where's me fucking content, 2K? Where did it go? And why did it go there? Why isn't it in the fucking game? I've been sat on this complaint for 2 weeks because I keep forgetting to complain about it. And I finally found an opportunity to go, oh, I must remember to complain about that today, so I've complained about it. Consider that well and truly, quite thoroughly complained about. Thank you. So while we might wait on Fat Man T coming back, yeah, I'll be honest, I don't have anything. Just while we wait on Fat Man T coming back, that's all I have on that topic, is just while we wait. Fuck, what can I whiffle on about for a while we wait on Fat Man T coming back? Hey, W's been alright recently, innit? Had some good storylines going on. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, I've been outstanding or anything, but they've been enjoyable enough.
I'm back.
There we go, thank fuck for that. Out of curiosity, did you hear my spiel, or did you read
I did, yes.
It?
I heard it.
I didn't want to have to read it, so that's good.
I remember in one of the early ones with the promotion, the Universe mode, didn't have the ability to set up charity matches and shit.
Yeah.
And expedition matches.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, that... You're going back to years and years and years ago,
yeah.
But yeah. See, the games still have like exhibition match mode, where like you can like Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
where like you pick arena, pick match type, pick fighter, go. They've still got that. It's just kind of like the arcade mode of just like, yeah, I'm not looking for story or like substance. I just want to fucking fight mode.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, back to my...
You know, sometimes you just need that. You know, so like
Gratuitous violence.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what. Like it's handy if like like your friend comes round and like you're both wrestling nerds and you've got a spare controller and you're just like, let's just do a fucking match. You know, it means you can do it safely rather than like damaging each other's necks and or breaking your mother's patio. Yes, that is based on a true story. No, we don't have time to explain that story.
Yeah, the lawsuit thing I was mentioning earlier. Right? What
Yes,
happened?
I don't think I've heard. I might have heard about this and just forgot, but I don't think I've heard of this yet.
Hang on.
Man's pulling up the Wikipedia page for the lawsuit, so he knows he's got it right. Fuck him.
No, it's the ghost.
Ah.
It's just on Discord. Right, what it was it was a footballer who was really started for the FIFA 2, one of the FIFA games last year, last year, year 4.
Yeah.
Right, and this footballer has tattoos.
Yes.
So they put the footballer with his tattoos in the game, like they always done every year. What happened was the tattoo artist.
Oh yes,
who
no, the
made
tattoo
tattoos-
artist played fuck about it. Yeah.
Yeah, he says that's copyrighted material, and therefore you can't have it.
You're right.
You have
Yes.
to pay royalties, even though, like the football says, these are custom work I ordered to get done in one of tattoos.
Yes.
Now, technically, under law, they are copyrighted to tattoo artist.
Yes.
In theory, but also in theory, they're the sole proprietor of the customer who bought it.
So
Right.
here's what's like kind of fun. Like when it comes to WWE in particular, and this is true for like a lot of wrestling brands. This was an issue a very long time ago in wrestling, and has long since been sorted out in the wrestling industry.
Yeah, the wrestling industry.
And like 9 times out of 10, like especially like when you're dealing with like bigger companies like WWE, as soon as the title artist complains, as soon as the title artist can verify it was them that did that artwork on that wrestler, they just pay them. You just go, okay, here's like, what do you want? Oh, like you want like 10% royalties? Okay, let us do quickly the math for roughly what that worked out to. Okay, $10 million. There you go. Fuck off. Bye.
You're not gonna work for us again.
Like, yeah, like come back next year and we'll do the exact same deal, and everyone walks away happy because we'll make fucking triple that per hour.
Yeah, the problem is though, because now precedent in the law, because the tattoo artist won the case,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't fall on WWE now; it falls on the game development itself to pay it royalties.
See, now you'd think that.
It does falls on him now because of the precedent now.
Again, technically not. Not with WWE. Because again, this is a whole conversation that's been like going on for years in the WWE, like the wrestling industry. WWE, AEW, TNA used to. TNA's dying on their arse, so I don't think they still have this deal anymore. But essentially, like when they pay off the tattoo artist, they do have a contract in place that says like they're paying for all uses of the property, not just on TV, but any form of media they put out, be it images, video games, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, that's the anyway. But the problem we've got is because the way game development works with the different companies, right? Because one company makes the modeling, then adds into the game. Although that falls under the intellectual property of WWE, because of how they make the models, it's proprietary for each company.
Again, still technically it's fine.
You know, and that's what's caused.
Because like those companies are being hired out to work on behalf of the WWE with their copyright materials, it should fly.
That's the reason why a lot more, like, say, when you look back at a lot of the football games, no one's wearing tattoos anymore. They're all covered up by the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Or basically going back like, oh, we're just doing what was it? To try to pull off the FIFA one? We're doing an audience generation of the players before they became famous. Was the excuse they pulled.
Yeah, which, yeah. In fairness though, right, like when it comes to the football games, right, like the FIFA games versus like the WWE games, all I'm saying, right, if I'm playing something like FIFA, right, And the little bit at the bottom of the screen that tells me what player I'm playing as says Messi. I'm gonna look at that and go, oh, okay, the character I'm in control of right now is Lionel Messi. I'm not gonna look at the character model and go, see, this Lionel Messi doesn't have Lionel Messi's tattoos, so it can't possibly be Lionel Messi, it must be James Messi. Like, because it doesn't matter, the game tells you. Like, it's football, it's not really the main focus. Whereas when you play something like a WWE game, like 80% of who the characters are like their tattoos, their theme, their outfits. Like, it matters a little more in like a wrestling game if they've got the tattoos right or not. You'd
honestly think that, but no. Football fans are pathological.
Oh, I know what football fans are. So I understand with most like with a football fan, yeah, it's gonna they're gonna care. I'm just talking as a general video game nerd. In something like a fighting game, again, like a WWE game, where it's more show business than fighting technically. Because it's more show business, the tattoos matter more than it does in football, where it's more sport than show business. Like in football, the football is the focus. In wrestling, the characters are the focus. You know what I mean? It'd be like if you were doing a Phantom of the Opera stage play, and for some inexplicable reason you painted the Phantom's mask purple.
Oh,
people are gonna point at that and go, well, that's fucking wrong. Whereas if you do Les Miserables, right, and fucking Jean-Pierre in the background is wearing a pink jacket instead of a blue jacket, no one's gonna give a shit. That's not the important bit, you know?
Speaking of sports, one of the MMA fighting leagues, I can't remember which one it is, one of several that now exist in the world, have took the brave decision to ban transgender athletes from competing.
Okay.
Not compete outright, well, they've done it, they've said it. Only trans women can fight trans women.
Yep.
Trans women cannot fight an actual woman.
Yes.
Apparently, because in their league, I think it's one of the lower ones where they get the beginner rankers, mostly.
Yeah.
They tend to get a lot of injuries to the women where they're basically getting beaten out of the sport.
So what you're telling me is finally, I've presented the world with an idea on how to fix a problem, and people actually did it.
They did it, and they get a lot of flack for it. The usual, how dare you, a woman is a woman, a trans woman is a woman, is like...
Oh, this thing, I could have told you for free they were gonna get fucking flack for doing my idea. I never said it was a safe idea. I just said it was the most sensible one.
Even the trans fighters are kicking off saying, how dare you take my right away from fighting a woman as a woman again? You're not though, biologically you're a man. Well, this is the thing,
the trans fighters were always going to argue, because the entire, obviously there's exceptions here, but the entire reason the trans athletes are making the trans jump is because it's going to be an easier fucking day.
Yeah.
And, it's very obvious that's why they're doing it, because that's what's been happening. Look at that trans swimmer, for example. He was fucking 152 in the world in the men's league?
520.
Became trans, moved over to women's league, instantly broke 4 fucking world records back to back.
No, he was 530 in the men's league, ranking wise.
I'll be honest, I feel like where exactly was in the rankings, whether it was 100 or 500, really, at that point, doesn't matter that much. Either way my point stands, if he was a fucking nobody and then broke 4 world records.
Like the Aussie football, the trans Aussie footballer. Right, because Aussie football is different from our football. Trust me, it is. I can't be asked
they have
the
way
rules.
Less rules and more kangaroos involved.
Yeah. And the trans football was banned. I said, well, why is she banned? She's one. Yeah. She's 6'7", stands at least 2 foot above the general players, and it's nearly 3 feet wider than each of the players are.
I'm pretty sure she broke 3 different players' legs in the same match as well, if I remember rightly.
So the league banned her, but they're now allowing her back in now because they got too much heat from the Australian government for it.
Right, yeah, to be fair, that sounds about right for the Australian government. They're getting really touchy-feely, which is weird considering they're the Australian government.
Yeah, because then they still have now concentration camps.
All I'm saying, Brittany, you think of countries that are touchy-feely, Australia's not on that list. Australia invented, fat-shaming.
The problem with Australia, right, is weird. It's a weird country. They have lax morals on certain things. But feminism gripped Australia in a vice stranglehold. You know, like an alligator fighting a kangaroo and refuses to let go.
it's like Australia to me, it like simultaneously makes sense and is deeply confusing.
It's like saying, "Oh, we're doing well for the COVID victims." Oh, that's good. Yeah, we're putting concentration camps. That's not good.
It's like Australia's essentially Scotland on steroids. Because like their political system is identical from a certain point of view, which is my point of view of like the general population. For the most part, are very mean people who do not care about your feelings at all. Whereas, like, the people in charge of the country that are doing the politics and the lawmaking are really left-wing, touchy-feely people, and it does not make sense that they're in charge of the right-wing people that are the general populace.
I mean, I can remember the best argument I got last year was they're doing the army recruitment drive. Mm-hmm. And a woman literally went on TV and said, right, we should draw only this year's candidates from all-female pool of candidates for the army. And Brooks said, well, how then are you going to get the best fighters? Well, you just draw the best. And yes, but if those women are competing against the best males, how do you know they are the best? Because they're the best females. So even the lowest ranking male could kick their asses, yet he's in the best for the army. Yes, you're an idiot.
Yeah. In fairness, when was the last time Australia was involved in an armed conflict?
I think it was against the rabbits.
Exactly.
And they lost that one as well.
And that was what, like 2006 or some shit?
1998, the rabbit war happened.
My point still, it's been a fucking hot minute since they were involved in an active conflict. I feel like Australia doesn't really need to give a shit about their army that much. They don't really do anything. They just kind of sit around.
What's about Australia is, right? They get a problem with an invasive species. Right? And they get an idea that, I know who does an invasive species will bring the species that eats them. Then that species becomes an invasive species. They think, right, we'll deal with this species, we're getting this one in. Oh shit, it's getting worse.
It's the fact as well, it's like they keep sending their military to like start wars with animals, right? And their army gets the shit kicked out of them by those animals.
Yeah.
But yet random hillbilly chuckle fucks keep killing those animals with like wooden sticks and billhooks.
Was like the emu wars? You know, they brought in heavy tanks and 50 caliber machine guns.
Mm-hmm.
And lost. And the farmers stopped by putting...
There's footage out there of just like Australian hillbillies winning fights against emus with a stick and a fucking like a knife.
Yeah, but they were
like that's an actual video you can find on the internet. It's just an Australian hillbilly beating the shit out of an emu with a wooden stick and a knife.
What's fair about
and he wins that fight.
How they solved the emu problem, right? Was they did something that we learned how to do years ago. It's called a fence.
Yes, they just built some fences.
And that solved the problem. It was amazing.
That shit just worked. Yeah, the emus stopped invading places because they couldn't get to those places because there was a fence in the way.
Yeah, and I was like, we lost twice.
I
Two different campaigns.
I do like how the solution to the emus in Australia was the exact same solution to bot accounts in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Of just fucking put something in the way, and it'll get stuck on it, and then you can spot the emus / bot accounts. Because like with the emus, they built fences, and the emus couldn't get past the fence because they're emus and they're stupid, right?
Yeah.
In World of Warcraft, when bot accounts got really bad, all the devs did was like they just figured out what like direct routes the bots were taking and just put rocks in the middle of them. And then like every hour or so, like an admin would go over to like the rock and then just mass ban all the players stuck on the rocks because the AIs like weren't able to like auto divert around the rock. So if you were stuck on the rock, you were either like AFK farming or bot farming, and either way, it's a bannable offense. Whereas players that were actually playing would see the rock and go around it.
One of the best was the challenge they put in the game with that virus. You know, pathogen. I thought, it'd be great challenge for players.
An actual pathogen.
Yeah, we great for players to get the dungeon, you know.
Because of a stupid glitch, it started an actual plague in the video game.
Yeah, which contaminated 7 servers.
Yep. Because the same glitch happened on all 7 fucking servers.
It wiped out almost 7 servers worth of players in less than a month. And like, how do we fix this? We don't know. Make an antidote. How?
It's the fact as well, like, only like 10% of players made it through that ordeal unscathed. Only like 10% of the player base made it through that like year-long ordeal without getting infected.
Yeah, and
which is extra impressive when you realise there were players purposefully going out of their way to infect other players for a
yeah, for
joke.
shitpost. Probably, I think those players were like the far ends of the arsehole of the map, where no one's ever travelled.
I mean, this is the thing that makes it like quite a large amount of that 10% population that made it like through unscathed, and you're not gonna. A lot of them were like the healer players that were going around trying to figure out how to cure it.
Yeah.
A lot of those players made it through without ever getting infected, which is weird as fuck because they were on the front line.
I think one group they survived it because they were doing the year-long dungeon raids.
Yeah.
So they never came out of the dungeon for ages. Like, and they popped like, what the fuck happened? Where's everyone dead? Because what's on the glitch was, right, is when a player died, yeah, you could respawn, but their carcass remained.
Yeah.
On the map. So the map was littered with dead bodies.
The thing that made it stupider is not only like was that corpse still infected with that plague and could still spread it. When you respawned, you still had the plague and could still spread it.
Yeah.
Death couldn't even save you from it. Even if you died, you still fucking had it.
Even the undead players who had resistance to plagues caught the fucking plague.
Could still fucking catch it. It was so stupid. And it was all caused by a like the tiniest little coding error where if you booted out of the dungeon too early while infected, or I think there was like some parameter in the quest where you could get like the illness from, where like if you beat the boss at on the wrong frame, if you died on the wrong frame, it just wouldn't activate the fucking cure, so you were stuck with it.
No, I think what
There's the two code errors that were causing it to happen, and just couldn't fix it for like a year because no one could figure out why it was doing that for like a year.
It was
like one of the random QA fucking devs spotted what was wrong in the code and went, "Oh fuck," and fixed it a year later.
Yeah, that was one. The first one was one of them. The other one was if you used the teleport gem while infected.
Yeah.
And you didn't pass the purification gate first.
Yeah.
Then you just turn up the plague. But the idea was that you die from the plague, but you wouldn't infect anybody.
Yeah.
But because the parameters for the infection of the team was still in place where you transport out, because you still part of the team, it just went, fuck you. NPCs, mobs got it.
It was so dumb. It was funny though.
Anything that could move was infected. It was a glorious fuck up.
It was honestly, I think it was some of the most fun World of Warcraft ever was when there was just a plague on the go, man. It was a different game. It was great back then, man.
Problem though, right, it's one of those stupid fuck ups that you would think was fucking, what do you call it, Leroy Jenkins caused it.
This is the thing, it genuinely wouldn't surprise me at this point if it was revealed that it was the same player playing on like their alt character.
I can imagine Leroy Jenkins doing that, like, yep, I'm patient zero, I started it. You mother!
Like if Leroy Jenkins came up tomorrow and went, yes, remember that plague? Yeah, that was me. I would piss myself, but I wouldn't even ban. I wouldn't even question it. I'd be like, yeah, no, that fucking sounds about right for Leroy Jenkins, yeah. That sounds like a Leroy Jenkins thing to fucking do, yeah. Like, I could believe that.
I mean, that man has ironically fucked up 3 legendary raids.
Yep.
1 deep delve, and a year-long quest. First party. And not by on purpose, people. Just his general shenanigan shit.
Just running in and screaming his name at the top of his lungs down a headset, because fucking YOLO.
I could go eat a chicken sandwich. Instead of listening to the briefing, he went to get chicken. Came back with chicken, said, right, ready? Let's do this thing. You didn't listen to the plan, did you? No. Leroy!
Nope. Leroy Jenkins! Fucking... Dead. Fuck.
Party wipe instant, just about.
And there's 4 mind flayers. Fuck. We're all dead. Fuck it. It's fine.
Yeah, let's run to this dragon horde. That's why.
Why shouldn't we run headfirst into a nest of 5 dragons at the same time? Oh, that's why, because they one-tap us. Okay.
I think the worst for the party, like, they calculated had about a 30% chance of surviving in the best. Was a best-case scenario. 30% chance of it. That chucklefuck's like, oh yeah, 30%. No.
That chucklefuck single-handedly brought that shit down to a .2. By running in headfirst and screaming the immortal words, Leroy motherfucking Jenkins. And that was his entire battle plan. He had no further strategy beyond run, scream name, and die. Whatever happens in between steps 2 and 3 is up to God himself.
Wasn't he playing a dwarf paladin healer?
I think he was a healer. I don't know if he was a dwarf paladin. I think he was a healing character though, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was dwarf paladin because he was a party healer, which was one with the back and he just charged right in head.
I remember he was supposed to be a party healer, but I can't remember what racing class he was playing, but I know he was a healing role.
What's stupid about it is, he survived to the end of the
he was like the last player to drop every fucking time. Despite being the first one to charge into the fight, he was always the last one to die every time. That fucking...
This boy's caused the most aggro and the players took the heat. He's like, yay, shit!
Okay. Just, I got fuck, run!
I was making a good TV interviews because of that bullshit.
He did, like, I think he was on, like, fucking, like, it was, like, on MTV or some shit he did an interview.
He was on MTV, he was on, late night scene. Several times over. He got his own fucking DJ musical out of it.
Didn't Paul O'Grady end up interviewing him at one point?
No, he was due to go on, Paul O'Grady. But he never actually turned up.
I seem to remember, like, Paul O'Grady actually getting an interview with him at one point, but then...
I can't remember. I think
maybe someone else interviewed him who's, like, in the same scene as Paul O'Grady.
There's a lot of, like, Nate Lighthouse interviewed him. I know he was
there,
but...
like, the drag scene, but, like, fair?
Was not that fucking American one? One with purple hair.
RuPaul.
No, the older one, white guy.
Oh,
She's the grandmother of drag, for TV drag. Purple hair, glasses, purple dress usually.
I know who you fucking mean as well. I was going to do my tits in. Right, it's not Lily Savage because that was Paul O'Grady.
Yeah, it's Paul O'Grady.
It's not RuPaul because they're fucking like Puerto Rican or some shit. Fucking. This is the thing. I can see them.
I'm limited in my head. I can see what happens.
I can see their fucking face. I just cannot think of their goddamn name.
I'm basically staring at them in your mind, like, "Who are you, bitch? Who are you?"
Yeah, like what was your name?
Because remember, she did do kids TV shows and pantos a lot.
She did.
But the most famous drag person you can't remember the name of.
Oh, it's gonna annoy me because I can see their face. Cause they had the weird fucking like beehive hair for a while, didn't they?
Yeah, the large beehive hair.
Like the beehive cut for a couple of years, and then like they went full long for a bit.
Then they had always wore them glasses, but like they had the wings on the side of it.
Yeah.
Like red winged glasses and a purple, like it's generally a sequin or like a purple sequin dress or a pink sequin dress, was a signature style look.
It looked a lot like Lily Savage, but like purple hair instead of grey.
It's like fat Lily Savage.
Yeah. But again, purple instead of grey hair.
Yeah.
Oh, that is gonna bug the shit out of me.
Cause remember one of the big ones I remember watching them in was when they did the Panto of Puff Magic Dragon. In the 2000s.
You ever fucking wish, right? You know, like, you ever have like one of those moments where you wish you could like telepathically Google shit?
Yeah.
Like, you like rather than having to sit down and like type out and try and describe what you're trying to ask Google. Do you ever wish you could just like look at the Google logo and it could read your mind and go, "Oh, you want that question"? Like, do you ever wish you could like telepathically beam your mental image into Google, and like Google just assumes the question is, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah, I was personally in my head. The problem is, Google does that anyway with advert campaigns.
I mean, yeah, but like, don't you wish they could do that for like questions? Like, what was the name of that fucking drag queen with purple hair that looked a bit like a fat Lily Savage? Without you having to like type that in.
What's
Google
right?
just like Alexa auto cues up, just like the person you're thinking of right now is blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Alexa. You're right. It was blah, 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 blah. That's been bugging me for 4 fucking hours. Thank you. Never even have to say anything. Like Alexa just reads it out of your brain and goes, the answer to the question you've been dealing with for 4 hours is this. Thank you. For future reference, Alexa, answer before the 4 hours. Like, answer within an hour next time, please. Thank you. Essentially, I want telepathic Alexas. That's the moral of today's story. I want a telepathic Alexa that isn't evil or owned by Amazon, which is essentially the same parameter.
Dame Edna Edgraves.
You're right, Edna Edgraves, that was it, thank you.
Yeah, I just googled it.
Thank you. I would have done it myself, but my phone's dead, so like I couldn't.
Yeah, literally what I put in was drag queen with purple hair.
Yeah. Edna Edgraves, that was it. Edna fucking Edna. Yeah, that would have bugged me. I never would have gotten there. I would have had to have googled that tomorrow.
The guy was Barry Humphries, the creator.
Yeah, of course. Barry Humphries.
Yeah, he was the man behind the woman. Well, that's been sorted. That question's been answered for us.
See while we're still on this topic, right?
Yeah.
Do you know who I reckon, like in terms of like modern comedians, who I think would have been a really good drag?
Yeah.
Hear me out here. Dara O'Brien.
No.
I think Dara O'Brien would have been a really good drag queen. Because, like, he's got the chaotic energy to pull that off, right?
He does, but the problem with his build is, I know he gets really... I mean, I've seen RuPaul Drag Race and I've seen some of the questionable
honest thing, like body-wise, yeah, but all like he's already bald, so he doesn't have to fuck around getting like a bald cap or like a wig net or anything to like wear a wig.
If you want to do a panto role for him as a female, perfect.
Oh, yeah, you know, like one of like the ugly stepsisters or something, like Cinderella, or like the fairy godmother,
or the evil witch or Snow White.
Nah, fuck that fairy godmother.
Yeah,
Dara O'Brien, fairy godmother, I would pay money for that.
It'd be perfect as that. The problem with it as a drag queen, right? He doesn't have, although he has chaotic energy, he doesn't have the right chaotic energy to pull that off on a long-term basis.
I'm not saying it would have been like I'm saying like 1 or 2 like Christmas specials of Dara O'Brien doing drag would have been fucking amazing.
I think that would have been fun. I think that would have done well. They want to continue. One was Eddie Murphy did it once.
Eddie Murphy, yeah, I could see Eddie Murphy, yeah.
And the one who did Big Mama.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember his name now.
So it was the same guy from Bad Boys.
Yeah.
That isn't Will Smith, the other one.
Yeah. He's the one who also founded Death Jam Comedy Club.
Yeah. He actually plays Big Mama in Big Mama, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's all him.
Yeah.
In the fat suit.
Those were weird fucking movies, dude.
Project plays it
well, though. Those movies in a long fucking time, and like they were shit, weren't they?
In terms of like that kind of show, the only one I would say that was comparable to his Big Mama would have been Mrs. Doubtfire.
Or even like it was essentially Mrs. Brown's Boys before Mrs. Brown's Boys, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. But like black and very strong energy. Yeah, I mean, there's also I said new one, like it's old as shit, but like they've done newer ones recently. Medea.
Yeah.
I don't know if like anyone at home knows what the fuck I'm on about with like Medea, but like those movies are fucking great. The first 2 or 3 are like a bit meh, but like 4 onwards are fucking amazing fun.
Tell you what else could do quite a good one with Jim Carrey back in his prime.
Honestly, I'll be honest, even now I think Jim Carrey could pull off a good drag act.
Yeah, even now he could, to be honest. I mean, we consider like the Grinch face. The smile of the Grinch.
Oh yeah.
Was actually his real face.
Like
that was his own actual facial smile that caused that fucking evil grin. That thing. How did your face work like that, you bastard?
Just think, like Jim Carrey just has that weird talent. Cause he's displayed it like on like fucking like Jimmy Fallon and shit before. Like he can morph his face to be anyone. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen the video of him doing an impression of Clint Eastwood?
Yes.
That
It's freaky.
video scares the shit out of me because he genuinely turns into Clint Eastwood. The man fucking shapeshifts live on camera, and I don't understand how.
Tell you the worst one he did for me was he done what do you call it? Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, and again, the only thing he doesn't have
It's
is the
melanin.
skin color and the
Yeah.
freckles. That's the only things he couldn't pull off, and that's because biology got in the way.
But facial structure, like
Everything else about it was
mannerisms,
bang
sound,
on.
like what the fuck?
Like, I swear that man grew a fucking beard for 4 whole seconds to do that fucking bit. It was
And
weird.
And some white hair
It was
with it, like
wrong. It was illegal, was what it was. Jim Carrey is a criminal, and I swear to God, I reckon he might either be a demon or an alien, because that shit's not human.
well, that's the thing, he has to kill. Like every time he does a film, he has to murder the character, no, so he doesn't get go nuts.
Like all I'm saying, being able to shapeshift just isn't a human ability. I don't think Jim Carrey is a human being. I genuinely think he's either an alien or a demon.
Well, you said
'Cause
this right.
that's not fucking normal.
We said this right? Ace Ventura, last Ace Ventura film, right? How it
Mhm.
looks there, and then Dumb and
Yes.
Dumber came out the year after that,
Yes.
and the complete 180 on his facial structure on that two alone, without any like makeup on, it was just what the fuck happened?
It's the fact that, like he visibly lost like 40 pounds between those two fucking movies.
And like 3 inches of height.
Like when Dumb and Dumber came out, like he was visibly fucking basically anorexic at that point, and that was worrying.
Yeah. Then remember the next one that came after that was how was it?
I think it was The Mask after the first Dumb and Dumber movie.
Yeah, it was a mask, and they're also like, because Mask came out, you start filming Mask 6 months after you finished filming Dumb and Dumber.
And again,
Right.
he put on like another 40 pounds, and like
Yeah,
he's like
like-
looking like decent again, like he did in Ace Ventura.
And again,
And then like 2 months after that, he went back and did Dumb and Dumber 2, and it's like, what the fuck?
with the mask, all they did was give him accentuated cheekbones. That was it. The rest of the facial crap was like him, like, God.
Him with like the mocap dots, that was it. Like it was
Yeah.
weird.
That should not happen. The human should not do that.
Jim Carrey is a terrifying man in all the best ways.
But also, what I like about Jim Carrey though, it's same as Robert Williams before he died, was they both had the ability to make really great, funny characters in all the
Yes.
films. They also had the ability to portray the most darkest psychopath you could imagine.
Oh yes.
I mean, Robert Williams in 1 Hour Photo. That literally terrified me watching the film. Oh, Insomnia.
I mean, I've been saying this for years. I mean, I'm gonna pull this back to one of my favorite shows, Criminal Minds. There's an episode of Criminal Minds with Tim Curry, the actor Tim Curry. I think it was like the year before his stroke.
Yeah.
Is when the episode came out and like was filmed and shit. And I've been saying ever since that episode first aired, like, see if Robin Williams had lived long enough to fucking be in this show. Oh my god, what an episode that would have been.
Oh yeah.
Cause I never thought Tim Curry as a serial killer would work. Don't get me wrong, Tim Curry's a talented actor. Like, as it worked fucking amazingly. You know, like Tim Curry can play a baddie. But I never thought sociopathic serial killer, especially sociopathic serial killer who's a serial killer because they were abused as a child, would ever work. I didn't think that was in his fucking range. And then he proved me completely wrong by doing it.
I did not prove me wrong about acting.
And
Right,
like ever since then, I've been like, yeah, no, Robin Williams can fucking pull that off. That I'm like, I think he'd do good at it.
I did know that's proved me wrong. Is what do you call it? Harry Potter. What's his name?
Oh, Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah. Right. I
Yeah.
thought he was stuck as Harry Potter for the rest of his acting career. He's how long he played
Honestly,
it for.
yeah,
Right. But he's put out some blinders of shapeshifting.
he really has. He's put out just some really good movies over the last couple of years.
Whereas the rest of the cast crew, like Hermione, the only one she brought out was that Wallflower, which was diabolically shite.
Again,
Really
I didn't
depressing.
even bother watching it.
I saw about 10 minutes of it because my sister was watching it. Like, nope, I'd rather, some paint was drying over there.
I mean, it's the only film / TV show I've seen Emma Watson in that wasn't Harry Potter was that Beauty and the Beast remake.
The Beauty and the Beast movie was flopped. She also was in that celebrity rapture thing.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah!
cameo.
This is the end. You're right, she was in that. I forgot
Yeah.
about that movie.
For like
actually.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Then she did something about the life of a wallflower. I think.
Like, I mean, in fairness, right? Like, in fairness to like the Beauty and the Beast live action remake, yes, it's shit, right?
It was never going to be good.
Yeah, I'll never not argue that it was because it's trash, right? I'll like forever, like it's just shit. In full fairness, though, Emma Watson did a good job in that movie. Like Emma Watson's acting in that movie was pretty good, actually. That's what I'm going to give credit where credit's due to that Beauty and the Beast remake. I appreciate the fact that it elaborated a little more on Gaston's backstory. I liked that about that movie. I enjoyed the idea of what if Gaston's an asshole because he's a war veteran and low-key might have PTSD. I liked that. That was fun. The rest of that movie can fuck off.
The only actor out of Harry Potter that actually got anywhere, apart from the adult ones, was white-haired boy.
Oh, the guy that played Draco.
Yeah, when he did what do you call it? Death Note, live-action remake.
You're right, he was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he played Light in it, in that one, and he played it very well compared to like some of the ones I've seen.
Yeah. He didn't play Light, but he was in it. I remember him being in it, but he doesn't play the no because Light was still. I think it was like a fucking.
No, he played Light.
Oh no, because that was. Again, I can see his face. I'm sure he was in like one of the Percy Jackson films. I can't remember the kid's name, but it's not Draco. But Draco is in that remake, like the Netflix one.
Alright, Nat Wolf.
Nat Wolf, thank you.
So how did he play them? He was in it.
I cannot remember. I remember he's in it, I just do not remember who he plays.
Oh, hang on, no wait. Is that the right one? Who played Light Death Note, Netflix Death Note? Because it got Elpin by Black Guy.
Yeah, like Elder Detective was black in that, which was honestly like one of the few things like to change in that like that remake where I was like, you know what, okay, like fuck it, you trying something, okay, fuck it.
Oh, William Dafoe's Rook. Yeah, that would work. That would work.
Yeah, I forgot William Dafoe was in that as well. Yeah.
He played the.
That was like the only saving grace about that remake was Willem Dafoe was the Shimagami. That was a really good choice.
Well, did he play the movie then?
I think I can't. Was the Netflix remake a movie or a show? I can't remember. I think it was a movie.
It's a movie. Hang on.
Yeah.
See, I knew he was in it, and he briefly played Light in it. I can't remember which one it was.
I don't know.
Right, we've got a few films here. We've got Death Note 2026.
That's the new one that's coming out late, like in a couple of years.
No, 2006, sorry.
Oh, this. Oh, was that the Japanese spin-off? Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen that. That was actually a pretty good movie. I quite liked that one.
Death Note 2, Last Name.
That was meh.
L Changes the World, 2008.
L Changes the World was really good.
Death Note New Generation.
Never seen it.
Death Note Lights Up.
Never seen it.
New World. So Death Note Lights Up, New World. Then the 2017 film.
I vaguely remember watching New World. I was either drunk or with my ex at the time. Knowing me both. So it might be that he was in?
No, he wasn't in that one.
He was in fucking one of them anyway. Look. Still though, with Daniel Radcliffe though.
Yeah, he's put out some comedy shows, like comedy ones. He's also put out some dark content out of his bag.
Yeah, like I mean, two of the films he did outside of Harry Potter, because both of them were like darker like films. Mm-hmm. That I like. There was it wasn't Cabin in the Woods. It was The Woman in Black. That's what it was called.
Yeah. The Woman in Black.
It was in that, which was I've not seen it. I've seen bits of it, but I've not sat down and watched it. But that was supposed to be pretty good.
You also did Police Cold Waters, didn't you?
Possibly, I'm not too sure. I know there was that film he did, I think in 2020, Guns Akimbo. That's really good. I really like Guns Akimbo. I think it's a really fucking fun movie.
Yeah, because I remember the one scene that one
everyone
remembers.
And bonkers, but it's really fun.
I remember that one scene where he's standing there in the middle of the road with socks, sandals on, his nightgown and his underwear, putting two pistols at somebody.
See, and the reason why everyone remembers that scene from that movie, right, including people who have never seen that movie, is because the press got hold of that image, and didn't know it was from a film set. So when they published that image, they almost every tabloid news source out there ran with the story of Daniel Radcliffe's had a mental breakdown and tried to murder someone. When no, Daniel Radcliffe was making a movie. Yeah. And a lot of tabloid newspapers got into a lot of trouble over that. And it was very, very funny to me. I'm assuming it wasn't that funny to Daniel Radcliffe, but it was very funny to me.
I found it hilarious. Because unironically promoted the movie to shit without him having to do any work.
I mean, true, but still.
Because that Kimball got almost no press time.
You're right, it did. That thing did not get marketed at all.
Yeah, it still made millions at the box office when it launched because of that story.
Right. This thing, the only reason I ended up seeing that movie was I was at my dad's house. This was maybe a month or two after the film had released. I was around at my dad's house, and my dad was out at work, I think, and I was just in the house on my own. And my dad had a dodgy Fire Stick at the time, so I was sat scrolling through one of the movie apps, and it was the first thing that popped up, in the recently added bit, and I was like, oh, that's Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe with guns. That sounds fucking fun. I get that a bash. Fucking best choice I made that year. It was a great fucking film.
Right, that film, unironically, I think has made the cult list along with next Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah, it's definitely up there because it's a really good film. I think it's up there with films like Scott Pilgrim.
I love that film. I agree. I love that film.
It's a bit shit, but it's good at the same time. You know.
Scott Pilgrim, Guns Akimbo, and Pulp Fiction is one of those type of films that say is so bad it's good.
This thing, it's not even it's so bad it's good. It's it's got its shortcomings where you're watching it and go, yeah, that was a bit shit. There were better ways to pull that off. But you can still enjoy the rest of the movie without those lower moments ruining the experience.
Yeah.
A lot of my most hated films of all time are overall pretty good films, and there's two bits where ugh, and it ruins the movie.
No,
whereas Pulp Fiction has two moments where ugh. But the rest of the movie's fine, and even then, most of those moments are just this has been going on for an hour and a half, and we're not even halfway fucking done.
If I'm going for films recently, all the Sharknado films, and then
see the Sharknado films, I agree with you. They're so bad they're good. They're down in that special tier of just so fucking trash. You can enjoy them for the fact they're trash.
1 and 2 were. Once again, Sharknado 3, 4, and 5, it lost its charm.
I mean, yeah, a little bit, but still, I still enjoy watching the newer ones because it's still the same premise of sharks, tornado, fuck it.
Right, Avatar was good. The original one wasn't great. Everyone can harp on about.
Just to check, Avatar Airbender or Avatar Blue Aliens?
Avatar Blue Aliens.
Thank you.
Talk about the Avatar Airbender movie.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure we were thinking, because I assumed you meant the Blue Aliens, but I wanted to double check.
That first movie, that one, was, to me, it was good, but wasn't great. It missed the mark.
Yeah, this I really enjoyed it. It's like, especially like when it first came out, I loved that fucking movie. Like, the only gripe I had at the time was like, it's like 3 fucking hours. It's so fucking long.
Oh, I. Don't worry, I got
like,
worse. My mum wanted to watch that, and she decided to get the director's cut, which is 4.5 fucking hours.
Yeah, and it's not worth the extra hour and a half.
I was ready to shoot myself.
Like, my gran got obsessed with that movie, so we rented the director's cut through Sky at one point.
Oh, you poor bastard!
Oh, I think I got like an hour in and just left. I just walked out of the room. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go play video games. Fuck this. I've seen the important
video
bits
game
of this
was
movie.
trash.
Bye. Oh no, I didn't play the Avatar video game. I went and played just any other video game to get out of the room. I just couldn't sit through it. I got like an hour in and just went, yeah, this is just... There's so much extra shit that I don't need and I don't care about. I'm gonna go play fucking Raw 2 on the Xbox.
The problem with Avatar, right, the biggest issue was, visually technology-wise, it was beautiful.
Oh yeah, it was a stunning movie visually.
Story-wise, it had a somewhat okay story.
Yeah.
Then the problem hit, which was called the director.
Yeah.
Who wanted to create his own political narrative film about the American Indians.
Yeah.
And then was still obsessed with doing that narrative. He made a second film, which he then raped into oblivion.
Yeah. In fairness, I've not seen the new one yet.
Don't bother.
I've not seen 2.
Right, basically, you know a history book about how the Indians fell?
Yeah.
Read that short paragraph in the history books that's in America.
Yeah.
And that's basically the film.
I mean, fair.
Just with an interpretive dance.
This thing, the reason I've not seen Avatar 2 is the same reason why, like, I haven't watched all of Oppenheimer. It's just, like, that shit's like 3 fucking hours. And I don't have 3 hours to spend watching it.
The problem is with Oppenheimer, it's somewhat historically accurate in the film.
Yeah, like, it's I mean, I've watched, like, the back half of the film. And, like, it seems historically accurate enough for me. You know, it's fun. You know, it's a bit of history, it doesn't get enough recognition. Like, great. I just don't really give a shit about, like, the first half of the movie, because the second half of the movie is build the bomb, kill things. And that's the important bit of that movie, is build the bomb kills things, and here's how they built the bomb. I don't care about the fact he was friends with fucking Albert Einstein, or how him and his wife met. I don't give a shit about that. Like, if I gave a shit about that, I'd go study him. Like, I don't fucking care. They could have made half that film, and it still would have been great, and they could have just done that last half, and it would have been a great film.
I think the Chernobyl
don't give a shit about the rest of it.
The Chernobyl films, and the series they did, recent ones.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, okay films, in my book. My biggest problem with them is, I studied the Chernobyl incident in detail.
Yeah.
Right, in order to make that film politically correct
all of them
world,
guess a lot of things wrong.
and they just cut it out in order to make the Russians not look as stupid as they were.
Yeah.
But that thing's wrong in so many ways on it. It's like when I watch the Japanese, watching Japanese war film.
Yeah.
They keep in warts and all most of what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how they went on about the war. A bit of national pride goes in there as well. Not much of it, but you know, you've got to have some way to lift people.
Yeah.
Right, but then you go to the American ones. The American War II films. You know, they literally just show we won the entire war by ourselves.
Yeah. No, you
Fuck you didn't.
In fairness, though, right? Like, especially to like the American World War II films that are made by American directors and writers. Even the American school system runs with that narrative of America won World War II. No, you didn't. You won a bit of World War II that I would argue wasn't even part of World War II. It was a completely separate conflict that happened to be going on at the same time as World War II.
They didn't win that.
In my opinion.
Right? They had to borrow half our naval battleships.
Yeah.
To boost up their defences in order to win the Pacific War. So then they could turn the forces and help us in Europe. And I meant, help. The story my granddad used to tell with American soldiers.
Yeah.
Right? If you're going to shoot American soldiers, put them in front of you and keep your gun at their back.
Yeah.
Because they would turn around
they're
and
bad
shoot you
for
and then...
friendly fire.
Not that they were cowards. They would turn around and shoot you on the way past.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. A lot of death on the British side during World War II was because the Americans would turn around and running away and firing at anything that moved.
And so, I mean, the one that still pisses me off about World War II, like when it comes to like America's involvement in World War II, is the liberation of Paris.
Well, that liberation at all.
Well, see, because this is the thing, I think it was my great grandfather or my great granduncle, one of the two, they were in the Battle of Paris. They were one of the soldiers on the front lines in Paris when we took back Paris from the Nazis. And there's a family story that's been passed down, like, since the day of that battle, down to my generation, that fucks me off entirely. About the end of that battle when Paris was reclaimed. The Americans were like 2 hours late to that battle, dude.
Yeah, I mean, remember
the American forces didn't hit Paris until the Nazis had fucked off already.
The Battle of Paris was only lasted about 4 hours in total, and the Nazis went straight retreat because they were more interested about the Russians closing in from the west side.
And the Americans turned up 2 hours after that.
I think the captured Berlin.
And then this is the thing about the Battle of Paris. After like we reconquered Paris, the British soldiers were genuinely ordered to fall back a bit out of the line of sight of civilians so the American forces could do a fucking parade march
to the streets of Paris
first. Yeah, for the streets of Paris first, then the British troops could do a parade after them.
Take the Battle of Berlin.
Because the Americans wanted the clout for taking fucking Paris when they had no involvement.
There's the Battle of Berlin. Americans say, oh, we took Berlin. No, the Russians got there first. And before the Russians
did that.
Right, the British Special Forces were already in Berlin, fucking shit up.
Yes, they were.
Then when you see the Americans are like, oh, we have the World War II Special Forces. No, you didn't. Britain had the first Special Forces unit deployed over there. You never didn't have one at that point in time.
You had the 1st Infantry Division, which, technically was kinda like the Special Forces. Only in the fact that, it was just your oldest infantry unit, hence why it was still called the 1st.
No,
because it was literally the 1st that was founded.
No, that's the first, specialized unit, which was the Green Berets. Technically.
No, I'm talking about the American ones.
Yeah, the Americans, they had the Green Berets.
Like during World War II, they had the 1st Infantry Division, which was the closest they had to a Special Forces unit for most of World War II.
Yeah. We had the Cobra unit, and yes, I know saying that's part of a video game, it existed.
Yeah, we had the Cobra unit. Black Watch, I believe, was founded in between 1 and 2.
Technically, remember rightly? The DLI.
Yeah, DLI was cutting about.
Which was like a... although technically classified as a TA unit, they specialised in mining and guerrilla warfare tactics.
Yeah.
Specifically. They were light infantry units.
I'm sure the SAS was cutting her out as well.
SAS came after. They were based on the Cobra unit.
Were they?
Yes. Yeah.
You're right, they were. They were based off Cobra.
Cobra was the first unit went in as a Special Forces unit. SAS was based off models that were created.
Fuck, I'm willing to count this as well. We had the Gurkhas in World War II.
Gurkhas, we had
I'm willing to count them as Special Forces, because, they're special.
We only had the first sniper unit, which was the Welsh Dragoons.
Yeah.
So the first sniper unit ever existed, which was custom made. And we had the Royal Marines as well. Still.
In fairness, right, this is going to sound harsh. In my opinion, the Royal Marines aren't Special Forces. They're more talented forces to me. The Royal Marines are to me what, the Navy SEALs are to America. I cannot see them as a Special Forces team because there's just too fucking many of them.
No, think less SEALs, think more of the Rangers or the Green Berets.
Even with the Rangers and the Berets, there's just so there's 60 Ranger battalions now in the US Army. It's that's not a Special Forces anymore, that's a talented forces. Whereas the SAS has never seen more than 60 people.
No, the SAS is limited to 55 people exactly.
Exactly. I'm still technically correct in my statement of they've never had more than 60 members.
I think we're going to start like 5 units of 10 with 5 commanding officers, and I think there's the 6th one, which is the overall commander, which is a sergeant, believe it or not. I believe.
Yeah.
Or like a low-ranking colonel.
I think it's a lower colonel, if I remember rightly.
And that colonel has a weird power where you can actually overwrite any other colonel of the British Army, apart from the Princess Royal.
Which sounds about fucking right at this point for our army, yeah. Like, fuck it.
Like, you ever heard the, do you know what a colour sergeant is?
A what, sorry?
A colour sergeant.
No, I cannot say that I'm familiar with a colour sergeant, no.
A colour sergeant is a unique rank in the British military, right? Now, you get the rank of colour sergeant if you're good at a sport.
Okay.
Right? Particularly, I think it was like boxing and wrestling were the 2 main ones they picked it for. Right? So you get a rank of sergeant because you're representing a sport, like the inter-military games.
Yeah.
But you pretty much had no power as a sergeant. It was basically a way of giving you a pay of a sergeant for doing extra work without actually giving any power whatsoever in it.
I mean,
fair. It was a weird rank. And because one of my uncles was a colour sergeant for boxing. He was a bit of an asshole. He used to parade around like, I was a sergeant, I was a colour sergeant. To be dad goes in, no, you're a colour sergeant, which meant you could box and do fuck all else.
Which, like, valid.
He was a prick, that guy.
I'd hand him lieutenant and call it a day. Like, fuck it, it's quicker.
Well, no, because lieutenant, not even going to make lieutenant in the British Army requires a very specific criteria to do it.
Even still, I'd just hand them the lieutenant fucking rank and call it good. Like, they'll get themselves in a random squad killed, it's fine, we can replace it.
It's like a lad I knew, who dated one of my sister's friends. Right? He was in the army for, I think, 14 years. Right? And he never made it past private second class.
That's fair.
He got private first class for being in the army for 4 years.
Yeah.
He was there 15 and he didn't get past second class.
Yeah. Man was probably shit at his job then.
Oh yeah, I mean, basically he was that bad, right? He was in 1 tour of Afghanistan, right? Well, say a tour lightly. He went on 1 patrol, then he came back, and he was immediately put on Japan fences.
Sounds about fucking right, yeah, that'll be why. Like, all I'm saying, right? I'm willing to wager he joined as standard infantry, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his mistake, because I'm going to let you and everyone else here in a little secret about the fucking British military, right? Do you know what the best role to apply for is in the military if you're aiming to get to officer as quick as possible, other than just applying for officer right out the gate?
It'll be the Justice Corps.
Wrong.
Which one then?
Medic. Because when you join the medical corps of the British Army, as soon as you complete your medical training and you're deployed, guess what rank you're deployed as?
Sergeant straight away.
It's sergeant right off the fucking bat, which means you're only 2 promotions away from being technically a unit squad commander.
Yeah. If you do your EMT training, you're a sergeant. If you finish your doctor level, like a
it's
general
straight
doctor,
to lieutenant commander from there.
No, it's captain for like GP doctor. If you make it to
Actually,
surgeon,
they can minimum deploy you at lieutenant commander for your doctor training.
And if you
usually they'll hit you with captain, but they can deploy you at lieutenant commander. The only way to guarantee the captain deploy is have surgeon, because their minimum deployment rank is captain.
The surgeon makes colonel quite easily. Usually, surgeons.
Yeah. Surgeons, like, they're likely to pull like colonel, but their minimum deployment rank is a captain.
The only one that's that kind of promotion track is either the catering corps or the district.
Even then, in the catering corps, it's rare you get past lieutenant colonel. Sorry.
No,
also, I'm still listening. I'm going to pee again.
Technically, the head cook of the fob makes captain usually, and that. And if you depend how good you are, the officers you might make colonel if you're lucky. We should actually play a game of Fortnite, shouldn't we?
In a minute, I'm peeing.
You know, this is probably right. The words will die. I've got an attitude shit.
I mean, in fairness, I've been trying to kill time until fucking Ghost gets here. He was supposed to be like only 10 minutes away, like an hour ago.
Yeah, he's in a battle. He's still with his friend on Twitch.
Ah,
I've just got off showing him playing Fortnite because he's on his PC.
as it like you said like an hour ago. Oh, kill me like 10 minutes. So I was like, okay, we can kill 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what,
and that was an hour ago. Like, yeah,
that's he messaged us like, oh, what time you on? I says we're on now, and that was like over an hour ago.
Yeah.
Let's play a quick game. I tell you the worst thing American Nudge ever did was challenge coins.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
War bonds. I argue war bonds were worse.
No, I tell you a fast way of ranking up. I remember now. MPs.
See, now here's the thing, right?
Because an MP starts out lieutenant straight away.
Here's the thing, though. Hear me out. If you're a member of, like an MP, right, the military police, and you unironically try and claim you're part of the army, you are a dumbass who has been led astray. You're not in the army. You're just the poor unfortunate sap tasked with the job of keeping army soldiers in line. There is a difference between being in the army and keeping the army in line. There is a very big difference. One gets shot at, the other gets judo tossed.
To be fair though, right? The MP's got a bad job, to be honest.
Not really. All they have to do is make sure people, like the soldiers, aren't fucking around on base, and when they leave base, are getting back on time. That's like all they've got to do.
Yeah, but I know more effective term to make sure the army soldiers behave themselves off base. Do you surely? Is make them go with their sergeant major, with their staff sergeant.
See, this is the thing. Is like just do what the Navy does. Or, well, the Navy should do, like, used to do, I should say, because, like, they changed it a while ago when they banned the fucking tot like a bunch of cunts. Is like, when you send your people off to, you know, have their shore leave, or away from camp time, whatever the fuck you want to call it, you make it very clear. While you're gone, if we get any reports of you fucking around, or you get brought back in the back of a police car, or any kind of, you know, shiffuckery should go on, we're going to take away your alcohol.
So
and for how long it's taken away for will dictate very much upon how much you fucked around while away. The worse you make us look, the longer you go without booze.
I remember correctly, the rank for Navy, right, for commissioned officer, what we used to do is, one they used to do is send out the equivalent of staff sergeant, was the lieutenant commanders.
Mm-hmm.
You send those out on patrol of the ship to walk around the area as well. And if they caught you do anything fucky, oh, you were fucked.
Oh yeah, no, you were screwed, yeah.
So I think the army should do that as well. Is every time they go on shore leave somewhere, send out the staff sergeant. Because if they catch you doing fuck all with the staff sergeant, you wish the police had you arrested first. You
beg
like,
how
police
the
take you.
staff sergeants out like checking up on folk every once in a while, like.
Because technically the staff
Like,
sergeant...
don't send the squad out with their staff sergeant. Like, send the staff sergeant out like an hour afterwards to go check on them.
Some of our bases
and then they
do
go away for half hour. Like have the staff sergeant go check in every like couple hours to make sure people aren't like getting hurt. You know.
Some and like on long deployments they do that now and again. Send the staff sergeant out, but technically the staff sergeant can't mingle the soldiers off base for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of weird rule with the army. Staff sergeant's got to maintain on base.
Well, think about it like this, right? The staff sergeant's entire job is to be a hard ass to scare you into being a good soldier. That's like his whole thing. If you take that guy drinking, you're gonna break his facade for even just a couple seconds, which is gonna completely ruin that effect, because now you know he can be broken.
Yeah.
Which means you're not gonna be scared of him anymore, because now you know, oh, it's all just an act, he's not actually a hard ass, we made him laugh. It's the same reason why staff sergeants aren't allowed to laugh during like the basic or at any point really around the soldiers, even if what the soldier says or does is the funniest shit on planet Earth.
I mean,
it completely ruins the effect.
I can remember 4 colonels of the British Army went out and started doing some like fuckery shit.
And
apparently they had the misfortune of running into their old staff sergeant.
Yeah.
And hand to God, he grabbed all four by the scruff of the neck, dragged them back to base, and had them doing PT drills until the morning came. They then tried to court-martial him for officer abuse, and if not court-martial court in hell, would actually bring the staff sergeant into court-martial.
Oh yeah. That's the thing, staff sergeants are basically immune to court-martialing. Not by ruling or law, just out of sheer goddamn fear, because most of the people on that tribunal were trained by the same fucking staff sergeant.
Yeah.
And they're scared of him.
So this weird thing is, staff sergeants don't have much power in theoretical terms of the hierarchy.
But they low-key have all the power.
Yeah. If the generals go down and say, is this a good idea for this mission? You fucking idiot. Okay, I'll change it.
See, because this is the thing. Even if you're like the highest ranking general, odds are the staff sergeant that trained you back in 1925 is still a staff sergeant somewhere on a base.
Well, probably not. No, to become a staff sergeant first off, you have to survive, I think, like 3 deployments at least.
I believe it's minimum 3 deployments to get to staff sergeant, yeah.
Yeah, and survive that shit. You know? So
with minimal injuries, is like you have to still have all your original limbs, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you're allowed to be a staff sergeant if you got like a leg missing.
Yeah, basically I think the criteria Dice mentioned was like you had to go 3 tours, come back without a purple heart, and at least 2 distinctions in battle.
Yeah.
And like I said, most staff sergeants didn't want to advance because it could be off of politics. Hence why the rank of staff sergeant was created in the first place.
Yeah. It's like understandable.
Because platoons do have like sergeants and commanders, and like captains that run the platoon. But yeah, ironically, it's a staff sergeant who runs it all.
Yeah. Which makes sense because he's the asshole that trained them all, so it makes sense.
You know, it's like, Captain, can I take the chopper today? Nope. Okay. I'll wait.
Just staff sergeant, can I borrow a helicopter? No. Okay. Can I ask for a second opinion from the logistics officer? You even look at the logistics officer, I'll break your knees. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll ask tomorrow, bye. Yeah, you fucking better not, or I'll break both your knees.
Which is a weird thing with the American Army, they have staff sergeants who have the same role, but not the same amount of respect ours do.
Yeah, and they still have a lot of respect, but just not quite the same level of pro. Yeah. Like, they can't backtalk a general, but ours definitely could backtalk a general if they wanted to.
And then the only person that staff sergeant won't backtrack chat is the Princess Royal. And then it's have more respect than anything else.
And even then, if the Princess Royal fucked around enough, I feel like a staff sergeant would fucking step up.
You know, I think she's earned the respect. I mean, come on. She survived 6 terrorist attacks.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the fact that Margaret Thatcher earned the respect of the SAS. That still amazes me. Like, have you ever heard this story?
Yes, because she made the call to send them in. Like,
no, it wasn't. It wasn't even that. Like that helped, but there's a fantastic story about Margaret Thatcher from when she was in power, where the SAS were doing like the kill room, the kill house drill, like with live ammo and everything, like to show off. Like they phoned up Margaret Thatcher and was like, "Hey, we want to like show off doing the kill house, like for like your entertainment." She was like, "Yeah, I'm down for that." So they brought her and like one of her security guards in to watch, and then I can't remember if it was like the SAS sergeant or her that piped up and was like, "See, for a laugh, what if I was in there pretending to be like one of the hostages, right?" And like Margaret Thatcher's security guard was like, "Fuck no," and she was like, "Oh, come on now, come in with me if you're that worried, right?" It's like they're our best of the best. If they fuck it up, we're fucked, aren't we?
Ah, I do remember the story.
So
yes,
like both of them like went into the kill house, and the SAS did like the drill, right, with lights off and everything, right? And when they brought the lights back on, right, all the targets were like perfect hit, right? And Margaret Thatcher was just sat there, perfectly still, stoic, hadn't moved a fucking inch. Her security guard was on the floor under the table, hiding behind her fucking legs.
If you remember correctly on that one, right, in Staff Sergeant agreed to it, we didn't tell the unit who was the hostage.
You're right, they didn't, yeah.
They assumed it was
when they brought the lights up, like I think like the guard was called like George or some shit, and he was just hiding behind her legs. And apparently, like from some reports, the second those lights came on, she looked at the floor, saw her bodyguard George at her legs, and went, "Get up, George! You're embarrassing me."
Yeah.
This woman was a civilian and reacted to gunfire in a manner that takes like fucking 4 years of hard training to do, which is to not react at all to the gunfire.
Yeah.
And that's impressive even to me.
Well,
don't get me wrong, I fucking hate Margaret Thatcher, but that woman was impressive sometimes.
Don't get me wrong, she fucked her good luck. Right. Unpopular opinion, a lot of people in the northeast, where I do. Right, is Margaret Thatcher fucked miners and the book completely by trying.
Margaret Thatcher fucked miners in the exact opposite way the Conservative Party normally fucks miners.
Yeah. But though,
and if you don't get that joke, you have a better mind than I do.
But honestly, right, well, my question is, when I studied the incident around like the miners' strike, right, because like I say it's a big part of my. I got the joke, I'm just not going near it.
I know, I'm just not quite recovered from it yet. Sorry.
Right, is... It's a good thing we don't have cameras here.
No, in fairness, right, I deserve credit, because that was actually a pretty good joke. Yeah, that was a good one. You know, I'm gonna make the executive decision. I'm gonna give myself 2 whole brownie points for that joke, because fuck you, that was funny.
Well, consider that most priests are Catholic, what do you call it, Tories, you know? Makes sense.
Conservatives, yeah. It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Right, anyway, back to the point is, what, right, is,
That's why the Speaker in the House of Commons has to keep shouting. Just...
Boy! Are you chewing? We're supposed to have all day.
It's just, help, help, they're going to here.
Boy.
They're gonna put their dick in our here. It's just to hide the sound of the children trapped in the walls.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah. With this miners' strike, I can understand why the miners struck for. Right? But on the other hand, though, she had to destroy the unions because they had too much power.
Oh, they absolutely did, yeah.
I mean, they crippled the country, even though they got a decent deal. Right? Because they didn't get exactly what they wanted, they crippled the country. And they kept doing it over and over again.
And it's still the same today. Like, it's still happening, just in different industries. I mean, fuck it, look at, like, the train drivers' unions.
Yeah.
They're taking the piss and have been for fucking decades now.
Train drivers and teacher unions are the 2 worst ones at the moment.
The teachers' union, I'm on their team, because, like, yeah, no, teachers do not get paid enough, that's fair. Like, children are cunts, like, fair enough, teachers need more pay.
Right, but like say with the unions, is she had, what her biggest problem was, is she destroyed the unions, right, fair news, got people back to work. But what she should have done then was reinstate the unions with a different charter.
Yeah.
Which she failed to do. Because of her advisors were against it at the time.
Yeah.
And now back to the same situation again with like the train driver union, the fucking we had Go Northern go on strike recently at Christmas.
Yeah, I was gonna say Go Northern went on strike around Christmas there.
That fucked everybody up. Especially if you like me.
That really did.
I mean if you lived in Newcastle or like Durham, it wasn't too bad. But where I live, we only have the buses.
Yeah.
And they come in frequently as it is. You know, it's a 7 to 8 mile walk to get anywhere near a major shop. Where I live.
Like even like up in my end of Scotland, like where I live, we got fucked. Like in my area around Christmas, like our local bus company, half of their workforce like went on strike during Christmas, and the other half didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And you can guess which half went on strike. It was half with the fucking union.
Yeah.
And like around Christmas, half of the workforce like book annual leave anyway, so like the bus services are already fucked for Christmas. And then like of that half of the workforce that was remaining, half of that went on strike. So they're down to like 1/4 fucking like manpower for the Christmas period.
I mean, I remember
it was like a bus every 4 fucking hours. It was a piss take.
On about the train driver union, right? How much can get paid? Now,
it's a lot.
75,000 starting.
Like, all I'm saying,
to sit your fat ass in a chair with a button
like
and a lever.
Yeah.
To go forward, stop. Forward, stop. I mean, if this is your job, I could train a monkey to do.
I mean,
cheaper.
This thing, you say that as a joke, but unironically, that almost kind of happened out in like Malta.
Yeah. Get killed
Where, like,
baboons.
there was a monkey that was trained to operate the levers, like one of the train stations, like did the fucking track switches and shit. Because the guy that was actually hired to work there just had a pet monkey, and the monkey figured it out.
Yeah, and he was damn good at his job. He kept. I think that conductor died at that station.
Yeah.
And the monkey stayed on his job.
Yeah.
Yeah. They hired the monkey in the place where everyone else could he was going to regularly ran it.
And the thing that's fun as well is like for most of that monkey's career, it got a wage. That wage was paid in beer, granted, but still.
Beer and cigars, I think it was.
The monkey was paid.
And it's 38. The monkey had a 38 career. Right, in all 30 career, it made one mistake.
Yeah.
Right.
That's better than most people.
I said most humans can't manage that.
Like,
Look at one mistake per year. 30 years, that monkey made one mistake. Even then, it wasn't the monkey's fault technically. Because the train was the wrong signal.
And that's what I'm pretty sure. Like it was like an inconsequential mistake. Like no one was injured or like killed.
Oh no, it didn't. It was just basically it diverted.
It was like an inconvenience issue. Like the train went slightly the wrong way for 5 minutes.
No, what happened was it diverted the train onto a side track, onto the shunting yard, instead of letting it go straight through. That was it. So it took them like 10 minutes to bring the train back out the shunting yard, back onto the main line, which caused a 10-minute delay.
It was like a 5-minute like just inconvenience. Like it was
and the monkey and the monkey cheated on the train driver.
Yeah.
There's a new driver.
Fair.
There's a new driver that came up and he went to the office, shouted at the conductor, the guy at the switch office. So the monkey, all he saw was the monkey going epileptic at him and he ran away.
But, I mean, who wouldn't?
You know, so if I can train a monkey to do your job, you don't deserve 70 grand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I've been saying this for years. Like, if I could be arsed being a train driver, I'd be a train driver. It's not even a case of like if I could be arsed like, oh, it's difficult. No, it's just you gotta wake up at silly o'clock in the morning, which I'm just not game for. And also like, I don't give a shit about trains that much. I refuse to pay for a train ticket. Why would I start driving trains?
Problem is right. They're only on 5 days a week, and for 8 hours per day.
Yeah.
That's it. And they get 70 grand.
Like, pizza pass? They get this, what, 3 buttons? And a lever.
It's technically 4 buttons because of 2 emergency hitters. But it's basically a speed lever and 1 button. Mostly use. I know people say, oh, well, you got to time it right to get the train to the platform. Yes, you do. And you still miss it. Half the fucking time.
The thing is as well, no you don't. There's a sign. There's a sign on the track that says, brake now.
Yeah. Just power here.
Yeah, like they've got signs and shit there to tell you what to fucking do.
It's not like
you just have to be good at speed reading.
The only one
and even then, you have to be that good at it. It's 2 words on a sign.
The only train I think deserve like decent pay are the drivers who are actually doing like the long distance train runs. Like
yeah,
the
or like the bullet train. The guy who drives the bullet train, fair enough, because that shit can crash, and when that thing crashes, it kills everyone. Fair enough, he gets paid a lot of money. Everyone else can go fuck themselves.
Once you get on the main open line, there's a lot more issues you have to deal with than you do in the fucking underground. Grow the fuck up, Metro people. For fuck's sake.
Like...
Jesus. Yes, you train drivers regularly piss me off every other day. And why am I holding a mouse and keyboard? I'm not even playing on the PC. Give me pad back. Say you've said that much, I don't even know what console I'm playing on.
So, train drivers are cunts. Fuck them.
Yeah. And bus drivers
I could drive a fucking train. This is the thing, I have more respect for bus drivers than I do train drivers, because you know what? Driving a bus takes some skill.
Yeah, and interacting with customers, but train drivers haven't interacted with customers. He's just in a cubicle sealed off.
Even at that, actually driving the vehicle is more difficult. Driving a bus is more difficult than driving a train, because you've got to steer a fucking bus. You don't steer a fucking train, the track does that for you.
Right, here's the trick. I've drove a 18-wheeler for a practice run. I drove a bus, a standard 1-decker bus.
Yep.
Right? And unironically, right, the 18-wheeler was easier to drive than the bus was.
This is the thing, I argue buses are easier to drive.
The problem with the bus is we got to factor in with a lot of things. Whereas with an 18-wheeler, especially the ones we have, the front driving wheels are above the steering rack, where you steer the wheels are. Right?
Yeah.
But it gives you quite good control. With a bus,
Which
the problem
is
is,
fair.
the problem with the bus is, your steering wheels are behind you by some distance.
Like, I mean, that's the thing. I've never drove an 18-wheeler, right? I have driven a bus, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, driving a bus is probably the easiest thing I did in my entire fucking life that wasn't driving a go-kart.
Well, put it, you know how
Like driving the bus was easier than driving my motorcycle.
to give you an idea, right? You know the go-kart, you know, like the steering wheel and the front wheels are pretty much on top of
Yeah,
each other,
pretty much in line, yeah.
right? That gives you quite good control on the corners
Yeah.
because that distance. That's what the 18 wheels like. You got less continuous, yes, but the actual steering rack you've got in there is a pretty solid system they built for it.
I mean, fair.
Whereas the steering wheels on a bus is right behind you, so you've got to judge the distance of where the rest of your bus is before you can turn.
I still feel like that's like to me, it's a piece of piss. Like driving a bus is just natural.
It is.
Like it's not. You just fucking hook it. Like you hook it a bit late.
It's fine on like say you got like decent amount of street size, right? But once you get to like Newcastle City Centre, where it's all building shit.
That's big. Somewhere like a city centre like Newcastle, yeah, okay, pain in the arse. But fucking like back roads or like a village road or something. Piece of piss. You just fucking hook it. It's fine. Fuck it.
Oh, big
just swing it in.
Hang on. Can you send Ghost invite?
Yeah, I should be able to do that. I think I've got him on my friends list.
Oh no, here he is. No, he's in the lobby. He's going in the lobby now, 5 o'clock.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, not on my screen. He's not.
Right.
There he is.
There he is. Right.
Alright, let's jump the chat for.
Oh. There we go. Should be done.
Right, there we go. Hello there.
Hello. You should be hearing us now.
Like I say, I don't think Ghost is fully connected yet, but that's okay.
I'm here.
There he is. Hello.
Hello. How is?
Why would you shoot the shit for the past 45 minutes?
I'm gonna say, like, we played like one game and then just started killing time until you got here.
Yeah, I was just doing some adult duties.
Fair play to you.
A couple of games with my pal and then ready to play now, like.
What the fuck is that skin?
Hey. Oh, that skin? That would be the...
That's a good skin, that. What are you talking about?
That is the Winterfest Bush Ranger.
I've got this one as well. Hang on. Where's it on? Like,
I would say, Fatman T, if
I
you
need
think
some
that
new
skin
skins,
is
like.
bad, just check out the skin I've just fucking equipped.
There you gone.
Oh,
Where you gone, you human bush? It's all good.
It's a glow-in-the-dark ghillie suit.
Ironically, the geese is probably better than the tree was.
No,
This thing, it's still a tree. There's also this one.
I'm just gonna quickly run to the toilet before we start, and then
Fair play to you.
You're a mammoth.
Yep.
Thank you.
Correct, yeah. I mean, this one's probably like the most egregious skin in the game, in my opinion.
It's black base.
It's bright blue.
Speaking of black base thing, right?
Oh god, that's not a good start.
It's just because the face remind me. Have you seen the controversial bullshit around the Netflix Squid Games? The actual human competition version of it.
You wanna like narrow that down a bit? Like,
Right, you know Mr. Beast did his own version of Squid Games?
yeah.
Right? And Netflix decided to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Except, right, during like one of the biggest controversial one they had was during the red light, green light. Right? Apparently a lot of players made it past the line, but their dive pack still blew up and got them disqualified.
Right.
And there was accusing like the producers rigging the game and all sorts. All the way through, so it's been hit with a lot of controversy recently. and Netflix they're trying to defend itself, saying no, it was all player skill. You know, we didn't have involved anything whatsoever. You know, so they've been hammered by that one recently by a lot of the players.
Aye.
You're not interested, are you?
This is the thing, right? See if it was like the viewers and only the viewers that watched the footage and went, nah, that was hinky. I'd put a lot more stock in it.
Well, I watched some of the
Whereas
footage.
the players being like, it was rigged. Fuck off, you're just a sore loser.
Now, some of the viewers have show some clips. And you please see people stand behind the line of where the doll is. So it should be the safe zone. And you see the dive packs explode.
I mean, odds are the fucking little like sensor that sets them off was probably just like it just had like too wide of a fucking angle and no one noticed before the show. You know, like odds are it was like a technical like oopsie and no one spotted it till it was a bit late.
The problem is a lot of people got disqualified early on with some of the older ones. A lot of the older ones got wiped out. You know, they crossed the line first.
Valid.
You know, they crossed the line first.
Yeah, still like. As it, odds are just the fucking like little scanner was just fucking set up wrong, you know, like I doubt it was a malicious thing, you know.
I mean, also Netflix, Dave Chappelle's back in hot water with the trans community yet again.
Oh, what about this week?
I'm back.
Oh, you made another trans joke.
Aye.
And they're crying in their tofu and soy milk lattes. Over
Yeah, that sounds about right at this point. This is the thing, right? Like, see, like the last time Dave Chappelle got shouted at for his jokes, right?
Yeah.
I was very much on like everyone's team of like, how dare he? That's bullshit, right? And then I had like a moment of clarity, and I went, Ken, what? I don't actually know what he fucking said. I just know he's getting shouted at about it. Let me go watch the special and see what he said. Honestly, wasn't like the shit he said was not that bad.
It's quite funny actually.
Like that as well. The thing you kind of have to remember as well about Dave Chappelle is, like, one of his best friends for a long time was a trans woman, and he makes this very apparent frequently.
Oh, that one they used the black friend fallacy. That one. I can't be transphobic. I've got a trans friend.
See, I would agree with you. Like, A, there's lots of footage of them doing comedy shows together before her unfortunate death. And B, there's footage of her on stage outright saying, yeah, Dave Chappelle is my friend, we're best friends, and he has my permission to make jokes about pretty much anything. I don't give a shit. So, like...
Did he pay for the secretary as well?
Yeah. So, like... The fact he actively, like, financially contributed towards a trans person transitioning, like, if that's not like the most allied ally you can get.
He's ready.
Yeah, ready.
Yeah,
at that point with him where
just stick a kettle on.
We started making like more of the jokes, right? Was when I think it was Boston University.
I think it was,
Banned that lecturer from coming in because they were promoting the two gender theory, and they went athletic over it.
Which, like, to be fair, most universities do these days.
Oh yeah, this is a place of learning. Right, can I speak about my learning thing? No, because we don't agree with your learning. Yeah, what?
Modern education, so good.
Like I said, I'm always saying that most universities burn to the fucking ground.
I'll tell you one better, most educational buildings can be burnt to the fucking ground. Especially in Britain, like, Britain's education system across the board needs some fucking reforms, dude. It's just trash.
But first of all, I saw the latest like GCSE exams recently.
Yeah.
Right, and oh my good god. I mean, I knew I was getting dumber, but I didn't think they were actually helping to be dumber by giving them like first grade questions.
Yeah.
Who was the bad? I think explain who was the bad person in World War II? That was also goddamn one of the history questions that fucking test with GCSE history.
I mean, I can name like 3 off the top of my head. Like, there's the obvious answer,
Oh,
right?
excuse me.
Yeah.
There's also like fucking like Mussolini. He was a villain, right? You had
Mussolini-
fucking what's his face?
Excuse me.
there was the
Fucking
dead
the Russian one.
Stalin.
Thank you.
That's not though. Even within the Nazi party, there was that fucking doctor who experimented on all the twins.
Oh, Himmler.
Then there was that twat who's basically barbecued half a dozen people. For some reason, I can't remember what it was.
that one, honestly.
He was testing out some theory about how fire works.
I mean, there was that many Nazis. That honestly could have been any of them.
Oh, we'll go for the house again, are we?
Yeah. I like that early sniper. You know, it's
Let's go!
yes.
Right. Don't see anybody yet. As a ghost. You're going quite low.
Yeah, it'll be fine, it'll be fine.
Vegas, you're above me.
Not too much longer.
I'm making it. It seems to me that you, like when I'm on the mouse and keyboard, I'm not sure how people land before me, but suddenly they all just seem to land before me, so I like to get low as I can, and then just glide in.
Nope, I'm deviating. There's like 6 teams in there.
Risk it. Be funny.
Risk it for a biscuit.
Indeed. Anyone here? Do you know? I
I'm seeing one guy landing on the outskirt.
I
One
saw
guy
6
landing on the
fall in.
roof, but I think I've just bullied him out of the way.
I saw 6 fall in line there.
Okay, this is a pistol. That's lethal up pistol.
Alright, I'll grab the heavy. That's like 80% of my job done.
Who's shooting?
Not me.
I'm gonna be shooting.
Except
Got
I'm
one.
making my way
Got
to
one.
the
Got one. Got
right.
one. Knock
I'm
2.
having window troubles.
Knock 3.
Nice, nice, nice.
Don't worry, I don't need any backup, you know. I'm all good.
I'm